Good evening! We are die rolling. We are 6 Dungeons and Dragons players / brave adventurers. We are on episode 14. Episode 14 of the Star Engine, a weekly homebrew campaign where we vanquish various evil.
Or not.
Pink lemonade?
Mom! Hello.
Oops. Uh-oh.
Welcome back. Thank you for everyone who's joining us this evening live on Twitch.
Whoa! Twitch.
.tv/Geek Family Network.
Channel 4.
Yeah.
We're on Channel 4 at last.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Is it Ukrainian Channel 4?
It's a good channel.
And don't
It's a good channel. I would like to start this off, as is tradition, with
Sing song.
a sing-song.
The good old-fashioned Dungeon Master sing-song.
With, is it a collaboration today?
It's a collaboration.
With Claro's collaboration.
Collaboration. Layer it up. Come on.
I won't do it.
Oh, you won't do it. It's just
Other D&D streams are available.
Live right now.
just pass on by. Okay, we awoke previous session in the early morn on the roof of a domed building in Dathcar Crag.
That's right.
Correct, that is the theme song to Dathcar Crag. We decided to head back into the building that we'd come in that was full of blood, the blood now gone, and investigated a strange flower, fake flower, a dahlia, within the building. And Nollis, with the help of Reap, managed to solve its little puzzle and activate a lever, opening a trapdoor to the basement. Nollis and Malkin headed on down, with us 3 in the back, and headed downstairs, hooked around the corner, into a huge hexagonal room.
Pentagonal.
Pentagonal.
It was a very serious part of last week's episode.
How many
Wrong this room is because it's a pentagon.
could you, of all people,
Yeah.
get that?
Because I wanted it to be hexagonal.
You haven't got a theme, 6-sided theme.
A number
of
of coloured pools were in this room, matching the colours
How many?
of the flowers. Probably 5.
Probably.
Matching the colours of the flowers of Dathcar Crag. A number of halflings were stirring the fluids in the pool. I'm sure it was super creepy. With a little bit of stealthing, Nollis managed to grapple one of the halflings. And eventually we were seen by a character called Wenton, whom we were here to find. He was pretty mental and basically digivolved into a custard man. A man made of black custard.
He changed colour based on the pools.
Yes, very cool.
And the background scenery changed quite often.
But that was during the combat that we got involved in. We ended up fighting these halflings and Custard Wenton, and won after Malcolm died and then was revived. So we find our party having uncovered the final key that they
It
needed.
was inside him. The key was inside him all along.
Downstairs in a creepy pentagonal basement of strange civil engineering. And this is where we start our session Thank you for your collaboration.
Anytime!
Marvellous! Marvellous!
Thank you very much.
Uh-oh. Still the spooky music. Am I still alive?
Barely.
Ah, good.
You, as described, look around you. The stillness of the 5 pools, one of which is slightly obliterated now after some thunderous damage. The colour, the humidity, the aromas, the dim flicker of the lights surrounding the furnaces, and the bodies of a few of these halflings lying around the pools. But you believe you're alone.
Jeepers.
So, Wenton just turned into a liquid? Is this what you saw at the beginning?
I believe so, but I do not know what to trust anymore with what we are seeing.
I mean, I don't mean to question what's going on, but why the hell would that happen?
I don't know what this darkness has hold over people, but it seems to make them do strange things.
There's some serious power being thrown about around here.
How are you feeling, Malcolm?
Hurty.
Hurty.
But okay.
Okay.
I should note, for the benefit of our viewers at home, everyone is now level 4.
Whoa!
So you are feeling in pain,
Yes.
but somehow
That suddenly blasted.
more experienced,
Yes.
more powerful. For your
Oh,
learning. You've encountered these creatures unlike any you've seen before.
I'm feeling in pain, but mysteriously lucky.
That's true.
Ooh.
Lucky to be alive.
Very, very much lucky to be alive.
Zolan, we got the final key.
The key! I have all 3 keys on my new sheet.
What does this mean?
What?
I missed this back in the day. You still haven't explained it to me.
The keys?
You don't have to worry about the keys. Zolan's worrying about the keys.
Yeah.
I'm so intrigued by
We
these
just
keys.
do what Zolan tells us
I just
to
want
do.
to know what the
There's
keys
a
are.
box with an item in wherever the bank or whatever storage house is in this city, with an item that I can't remember what it was, but it's going to help us defeat the corruption.
You
or
were
the void.
supposed to do the remembering.
I've got the keys. I didn't write it down.
I prefer the
sorry.
mystery of it all.
Yeah, so do I.
I deliberately forgot because I thought Zolan knows what's going on.
So sorry, I left my my flying monkey book at home that day.
No monkey.
Where is my monkey book? It's here somewhere.
That's a very strange thing to say, Zolan.
You've never been to my lands.
So where would do we need to find super magic and
No,
work out where we're going to go?
No.
Go to
When you-
oh no, because we can ask Design, no?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Design will tell us.
Apparently, according to Bismuth, that they're next to each other. The Adorium was here, the Bright Pools was on the other side, and apparently right next to them is this bank, if I remember right.
Then we should go
Hopefully,
upstairs.
yeah.
We should go look for it.
Hopefully, it should be just outside.
Okay.
They said it was dangerous.
We should
Maybe.
probably quickly
Maybe.
investigate. There's nothing extra in this room. You know,
Make sure the door's still there.
treasure chest.
Something that happens sometimes.
I'd like to investigate the room for treasure chests.
Go ahead.
Oh, specifically,
Yeah.
you get a mimic.
My hand's gone! Yes. Where's my investigation? You are on a 13.
13. The room, as you have a good look round, spend a few minutes kind of going right round, check. You see these racks which have a mixture of untreated and then dyed bright wool. It seems the colour is as vibrant on this wool as it is in the pools. It's clearly, yeah, that's what they're doing here. You find a number of objects which seem to be related to the maintenance of this area. The stirring rods. You see barrows that were used to carry down flowers by the staining on them. The halflings that you defeated previously lie dead. Their faces return to, in a funny kind of way, despite the fact that they're now dead, they almost have more life to them.
Ooh.
They seem like dead halflings as you would expect to see dead halflings, as opposed to these horrifying versions of.
Clary thinks about how this might be what Jingo looks like now. And that They left him up in the mountain.
Going back.
It's a little bit sad.
We're going
Don't
back.
worry, you will not look like this. He will be dead.
A lot more dirt on his face.
Oh no, he will be stuffed.
Yeah.
So perfectly
exhibit.
preserved.
Yeah, I mean, you know, be legend for life.
Put him in any pose.
You guys are the
His
worst.
two favourites.
I'd like to call it Clara left me here pose.
I'm getting out of here. He's going to go up the stairs. Being picked on.
You're all following him?
Don't go anywhere alone, they'll kill you.
All
Yeah, I think we'll...
egressing.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, so you return back up to the stairs. This flickering light is the only visuals you have as it returns to that pitch darkness at the bottom of these stairs. You have to hold on to one of your friends or feel the walls to make your way up. The rest of you, it's
Feel your
much
friends?
easier.
my friends to find my way.
Malcolm has taken quite a bit of damage and looks severely
Yeah, if
beaten,
anybody's got a
battered.
health potion on them or anything like that, that might be really, really useful right now.
We've got a bit of hyena left.
Still.
That's going to tide you over.
Starting to really smell.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's not in a good way.
Not
I
quite sure
was
that's-
saving this for a real special occasion. I'm like giving it. I don't really want to let go.
I couldn't.
But you're gonna.
I couldn't
Go
take
on.
that off you. No, you.
Thoron is so selfless. He's saying that.
It's such, it's
Third
such a
person.
special occasion thing for you. No, leave it for a truly special occasion.
Quickly put it back in my pocket.
I can hook you up if you're feeling it. You're feeling it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm only half myself.
Oh, really? Specifically, only half of former Malcolm remains.
Top
Yeah,
or bottom?
I'll help you out.
Just a pair of legs wandering around.
I'll get my little name fingers and massage you.
Bottom.
You're
or top?
aching. To be honest, there's a price for everything. Yeah.
Just out of
I need
interest,
to roll
how
a
high up can
D20.
you reach?
Depends how tall you are, Malcolm. Where's me sheet gone?
So as
Fair enough.
as they're attempting to heal Malcolm as they,
Yeah.
they walk up the stairs
What's the spell?
using some gizmo and gadgetry, you return back to this room at the top with the floral patterns around it, the flowers in the troughs, the horrific visage that you saw on the walls previously is no more. The halfling is not in the centre of the room, and the main door is where it once was.
It's still broken, so there's still a hole through.
That's right, because you kicked it in. Yes, it's kind of caved inwards a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe we kicked it.
There's also a hole in the ceiling directly above you.
Yeah.
Again, I think that was you.
You notice that there's darkness from above you. It's still very dark in here. Pitch black. You can't see still
Good.
Malcolm. Unlike it's the night time still.
12 HP, sir.
Oh, excellent. That takes me right back up to my maximum.
Of
Thank you.
12.
Oh, wrong.
Okay. Should we head outside? We'll have to
Is it
find
dark?
a
It's
sign.
very dark outside as well.
So as you peek your head out through the gap in this door and pull it back towards you a little, jar it to open it. You look out to the square where you entered, and it's very dark in there, very, very dark.
Malcolm, too dark for Malcolm.
I thought it was daytime.
You slept
Very
and then
early morning.
it's, middle of the night. You look out there and your vision is virtually nil.
I'll cast light on the golden hand shield of destiny. I'm still not sure what it does. Just so it's lighting the way.
Sure. Yes. So this blue light, I'm assuming, again takes to the shield and gives you this aura of blue that allows you to see.
Where are we going?
60 feet. I always forget. 60 feet? 20 feet?
60 feet.
60 feet.
I guess at 60 feet, and then look at there.
I'm going to go 20 bright, 60 dim. That's my guess.
Oh, he's bloody right, isn't he? 20 bright, 60 dim. No, 20 bright, an additional 20 feet dim. So that's
Oh.
42.
Nearly.
Such a liar.
Damn it.
Such a liar. Sorry, guys.
So we have the keys.
I believe, if I remember right, it's something called the money pot.
The money.
I believe the money pot. I believe that's
As
right.
you say that, as you
Oh.
speak out,
Yeah.
the sign again returns to you from around the corner. The pole, and up fires one of these hinged sign parts, pings into place, and points northwest
Straight to a
of your
building?
location. There, it doesn't point directly down one of the kind of main roads or main paths that you've been used to traversing. You kind of have to navigate through some buildings as the crow flies to the way that the sign is pointing.
Maybe
I think we should head in that general direction.
I think
Maybe-
we should check if our friends are around. Super magic! Super magic!
Hey guys, he's fun.
I think he can tell us something about the money pot.
Super
He's
stealthy.
mental patient. He didn't tell us anything last time.
No.
Is there any
In fact, he
sound
led
in it?
us the wrong way.
You can give me a perception roll just to see if you can make anything out.
Yeah, super stealthy.
Come on, dicey. It is a 12.
There's no sign of anything.
Repeat. So reach out. Have a little look.
I'm not that desperate. Okay, we should maybe move on with the sign.
Head towards the money pot.
As you speak the money pot again, the sign just starts to much slower edge away along the track, roughly towards the direction.
Quick.
It's not direct. The track.
Follow that post.
It's not direct. It's very much on a track which bends in places, so it's not as direct as you could.
Recast a light on the post.
Oh.
Sure. So off of the shield onto the post. So this post is now emanating this blue light. It's the metallic coppers kind of reflecting and making patterns of light across some of the other buildings around you.
Clara's going to put his hand on Malcolm's shoulder and just be like, Malcolm, I don't want to be rude, but I think maybe you should stay at the back when we go in, because
Fair enough.
you took quite a hit before.
Fair enough.
This man is a warrior. Do not talk down to him. He has been in many fights. He's a brave man. I believe in you.
But I'm also quite happy not to be killed first.
I thought you were brave in that. This is disappointing.
You're the bravest of all of us, Nollis. Why not go first?
I intend to.
Let's follow him. Let's follow him.
So the sign's slowly
Walk behind me.
eking away.
Slightly in front of the sign, presuming I know which way it's going.
Yeah, sure. So it's heading generally to the way it's pointing. You can tell that it snakes a little bit
When
to
it
the
takes a
west.
hard right, you carry on walking a few steps beyond it.
Where have we just been?
The bright pools.
The bright pools.
The bright pools.
No.
Again, the sign flicks up and
The bright
stops,
pools.
and again it starts to move away the opposite direction back to the main door from which you came.
The gnome line.
It fires up again. This sign points in a
Have you
different
just
direction.
figured this out?
No, I just don't tire of this.
Points to the north where the gnome line was, and holds that position.
Hager's House of Ribs. Yeah, that was worth a try.
It was a good try.
Nollis.
Oh.
Claro. The money box.
The pot.
The money pot.
And points in that northwesterly direction.
Okay.
Nollis is going to be keeping a lookout for dangerous, lurking, blade-wielding halflings or floating masks.
Okay.
One of those two things.
Sure, so give me a perception.
And only those two
Only
things.
those two. Anything else? Okay. It's not good. I'll just check my file facts.
I like your new file.
I know. It might be too much to handle underneath this microphone.
How are you going to write notes when it's all behind
8.
clear plastic?
Only an 8. I was thinking of doing it in dry white.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
I'm saying nothing right on my screen.
So this sign is just pointing in that direction for the moment.
The money pot.
As you say it a second time, it starts to move in that direction.
Yes.
Still with this light cast upon it,
Let's follow.
and the group of you follow it. Just right next to it, I guess. Yeah, just follow it.
Presumably this thing can comprehend different languages. That's
Try
quite
it.
powerful. I'll say the money part in Aqua.
Okay. There's no change.
It was heading in that
Oh, yeah.
direction anyway.
I'll say the bright pause.
Still no change.
This thing is racist. It understands common.
That was very smart for you, Niles.
Some would say I'm a very wise man.
There is a bravery wisdom split in this group. I've noticed. That's no offence to either side.
Did you include yourself in the wisdom?
Oh no, I'm just pointing it. I'm here to observe.
That's Zolan's role. So you head, follow the sign. It snakes in between some more narrower streets, so not quite as broad as these main roads that you previously walked down. Some more narrow streets between these lower, smaller buildings. These look more like homes, perhaps. That's your instinct. There's a lot of them. They all look very similar. They all have 1 to 2 stories. The flat roofs, the square buildings look very, very similar to one another. Pretty quickly you realise the rough direction this is heading, or you assume the rough direction this is heading, is to a larger building that only those with dark vision can even remotely see, and even you guys are struggling a little bit with the colours and the like. This is one of the buildings that you spied from atop the bright pools when you were on the roof previously. It's one of the largest buildings, if not the largest building you can make out, perhaps along with the Adorium that you were in previously. It's built right into the side of this craggy mountain, or craggy rock face on one side. It's a large, squared-off building, and it seems, as you near to it, it's lavish for sure. This is grand in a way that's similar to the way the Adorium was grand, but slightly different architecture. There's a number of columns out the front that hold up part of an awning or overhang upon the building. There seems to be decorative facades as you near it. And as you can make out statues as well, and as you get a little bit nearer to it, snaking through these buildings, trying to keep quiet and keeping your eyes peeled, you don't make out anything that looks to intercept you. With your perception roll of 8 at very least. As you get closer, you can make out a little more detail on these golden glimmering statues as they come into range as the light lights them up. You see some of them holding what look like jewels. Some of them are holding different cloths. Some of them are smelling flowers. Some are drinking, presumably mead or some kind of beverage.
What's the race of these statues? Are these all
They appear to be
halflings?
halfling.
They're all halflings.
And once again, there's halfling text written quite in a different style to above the gnome line, even at a similar size. It's a lot more ornately etched in a very, very, very meticulous, specific way. This is clearly an important building from everything that you can see here, full with opulence.
If this is some form of bank, do you think there'll be defences?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
Well, maybe if you need to do any preparation, now's probably the time before we head in.
I am always prepared.
You wear a pleasant armour. You've got defences. I'm wearing rags. Maybe something can help me. So Claire's going to close his eyes and pray to the darkness and be like, "Darkness, give me defence." And he'll open his eyes, and in front of him will appear an ethereal skeletal figure wearing a light armour. It will spin round and walk back into him, and the skeleton will disappear, but the light, ethereal, kind of thin light armour will appear over his body, casting mage armour.
Wow. And can you still see that?
It's translucent.
Okay.
But yes, you can see it.
Okay. You hear something behind you. Just a knock, as if somebody scuffed their foot over the floor.
I'm going to turn around and immediately fire an arrow at it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Can deflect it.
Oh, that's not good. That's an 11.
Right in the face.
within a centimetre of a halfling that's crouched down with a stick held out towards you. A centimetre of his face. He moves to one side. It's super magic. He jumps to the side behind another building and just sort of barrel rolls out of your view.
Pharaoh, this is your fault.
Why is this my fault?
Well, you called him. You
He
summoned
lives here.
him. You summoned him back to us.
You weren't even looking in the mirror at the time. That's quite impressive.
Super magic. It's okay.
Stay hidden.
You hear a little bit of a noise, almost a little commotion, a little noise, some scuffling in the building right adjacent to you. There's still some houses nearby where you are.
Cool. So Claro
Is that arrow I'd shot nearby? Where's it gone?
It's a little way
in the dark.
in the darkness.
Feeling
What have you got there?
full
Not
of
a
defence,
lot.
Claro will draw his short sword and walk over to where Super Magic was.
Okay, so you walk over the edge of the building. As you do so, as I guess a couple of you are looking back towards the
So
building.
it was behind us, right?
Behind you, yeah, so where you come from.
Cool.
And then he's dived to one side, kind of behind a building. You heard a little scuffle into from that building.
Norris is going to walk up to the front door of the
Okay, so you're
money pot.
going up to the money pot. You're up to the building. You're going up to the money pot.
I got the keys from under the money pot.
You're going to the money pot.
Yeah.
I've got a little leather bag out with all my currencies, queuing up to get into the money pot.
Okay,
Nice.
so
Currency.
you come up to this building that it looked like he was heading towards. The front door is open.
Yeah, walking.
Okay, so you
Slowly, kind of, he's looking for Super Magic, but he is talking. Super Magic, where are you?
You hear a little bit of from the floorboards above you. It's like a scuttling, really obviously.
Super Magic, you upstairs?
It's a small little halfling house again.
Yeah.
There's a little stairway you can see that goes up.
Yeah.
You can't make out anyone in this room. There's halfling furniture. There's a stove. There's a dining table and chairs
And stairs.
and stairs up.
Head on up the stairs.
You head up these narrow, low stairs. You have to duck to ascend the
He's
ceiling.
holding his short sword out. He does not look very proficient with it.
As you get to the top of the stairway, you see Super Magic lean round the door with his wand.
You got me, Super Magic. He's gonna feign. Oh no! Oh, such powerful magics. How are you?
Ah!
Hi. You remember me? I'm Clara.
Shot me.
And that was Nollis. He's not very nice.
We should kill him.
Maybe later. But I gotta ask you a few questions. We're going to the money pot. Do you know the money pot?
Yes.
Is there anything we should know about the money pot? Is it a dangerous place?
Cut to you and me just marching.
Come on,
the front door.
this way.
Okay.
And he grabs your hand
Yeah.
and tries to kind of squeeze past you on the stairway, but it's really, really awkwardly tight.
Claire's gonna pick him up.
Yeah.
You pull him down the stairs.
Okay, fine. And he goes, this way.
Okay.
He grabs your hand, runs down the stairs again.
I imagine his little feet when he
Yeah,
picks
little
him.
shuffling, not full strides
Yeah.
in his traditional style. And pulls you with him back out. You see the sign?
Yes. It took us to the money pot.
It glows.
Yes. It does that. That's a thing it does.
This way.
Okay.
Again, he grabs your hand, scuttles you up to the front door of the money pot. Your other friends are there at the door. You see these big, tall, grandiose doors, these giant steel knockers on the front of them. And again, there's embellishments all over this door. There's no expense spared here.
Okay.
Posh knockers.
What do we do? Super Magic?
Go inside.
Yeah.
I feel that we would have made that decision.
You push one door, I'll push the other door.
Okay.
He was right to do it. He was right to do that.
It
Go
wouldn't
on.
be right if he was dead. Just putting that out.
You push
Door open.
push
Yeah,
the
we're
door.
pushing a door open each.
Okay.
So I'll go right.
I'll go left.
Okay, doesn't push.
Ooh.
Pull it.
Pull it.
As you and pull, you're able to pull it open.
We could have been there for about half an hour. You
Yeah.
realise that, don't you?
Yeah.
Well done.
That's the wisdom side.
You earned a share of the gold today.
Thank you very much.
So much virtue.
Yeah, point of inspiration for that, Zolan. That's
Oh, really? I am
Just-
taking that.
Just because you could have saved us half an hour.
Or half an episode, knowing what we're like sometimes.
Walk outside.
Wait. And you. Skakla boo!
Guys, send your light in.
I'm not going to entertain this man.
No, but it's convenient for us.
It's pitch black in
I'm going to cast light on my shield.
there. Okay.
It's just spoils.
Again, this light presumably comes off of the sign
Yeah.
and transfers onto your shield. This blue light, super magic, looks at you. Steps inside. The group of you walk into this big, echoey, tall room. It's not a deep room. You pretty quickly make out. It's tricky to make out the colour, particularly, especially with the blue light. But you make out these metallic surfaces all around the room. The floor is metallic. The ceiling's metallic. The walls are all metallic. Possibly golden or bronze. There's embossed pots of what look like gold, money, and jewels that adorn the walls, kind of dress the walls all round. So all aesthetic. They don't look functional anyway.
Like bas-relief sort of things.
Exactly. There's a long desk in the centre of the room which runs horizontally, parallel to where you are entering the room. And there's kind of 10 what look like high stools behind it, the other side of it. There's very similar tills or typewriters or something to the ones you saw in the Adorium previously, which are right along this this desk. There's also reels and reels of parchment. It's kind of all spilling out. It's bunched up and it's just spooling out kind of all over the desk, all over the floors. The whole thing is just overran with this parchment. There are 6 golden, thick, what appear to be metallic, hemispherical open chambers along the back wall. So, and there's what seems to be a number above each one. It's pretty clear it's a number. You can't quite read the numbers there. There's 6 of them. So 6 of these chambers. They're sort of half spheres, each one of them, and you can see like a back wall behind them. They're open. They appear to be sort of doors that might open. But each one of them is open, and then immediately in front of these open hemispheres is a wall. So there's no passage through. It's just almost like a little chamber, like a hemispherical chamber along these back walls.
Okay.
Tricky to describe that. There. That's everything that you kind of can make out.
Is there any sort of like candelabras or torch sconces around the walls?
Good. Yes, so there are certainly a few sconces around the walls. None of them appear to be lit.
Okay, so I'm going to light one of my torches.
Yes.
I'm going to go around while we're taking the place in. I'm just going to
Inspiration this man deserves.
light all the torches.
Certainly. So you're perfectly able to do that. They're relatively low, being a halfling building. You're able to light each one of them up, and your vision returns
Ooh, pretty.
Super Magic is impressed.
I'm going to look for traps. Specifically up. Yeah, I just want to look for anything. Any little, like, awkward little flagstones potentially. Might remove my leg if I stepped on it by accident.
Just all over the room.
Probably more towards these 6. Yeah, little money tiles. Doesn't really matter what it is.
Sure.
It's a shit roll. What would you like me to?
It is a shit roll.
Would you like investigation? What would you like investigation? Yeah, it's an 8 then.
Can I aid him? Yes.
Yay!
Do you get a re-roll?
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
advantage.
yeah, you can roll for me.
Oh, thank you.
You're taking it on.
What is that? The rule?
Well, you've got to use Zolan's modifier.
Same +5 as well, same as yours.
18.
Yeah.
Yes.
18.
Teamwork.
So, as the two of you are kind of scouting this room, Super
What are you
Magic's
looking for?
just kind of whooshing around, making little sound effects for himself the whole time. Yeah, generally seems just more of a hindrance than a help. You guys are trying to investigate. He keeps running between you.
I'm kind of matching his form every now and again.
Okay. Yeah.
Thinking it's some kind of new Tai Chi in this town.
You looking all around, just generally, you notice as you're kind of seeking, you see some of the parchments have writing on, and some down. Seems to be a lot of it in halfling text. You can't read anything at first glance.
No.
The hemispheres, particularly, instantly you notice that there is a keyhole in the back.
3?
The back wall of each of the 6 of them. There's a keyhole right in the back of each one. As you are investigating the chambers, you notice, as well as the keyholes, you realise, particularly as you're searching for this type of thing, you find at the top of each one just a small pipe that just emits from each one of these chambers. Just at the top of the ceiling, well reachable, even probably by you at a stretch, you could reach this. There's just a pipe at the top of each one. You also see the keyholes. You also realise that the floor of each one of these hemispheres doesn't seem to be attached to the rest of the floor. There's a very, very slight gap. We're talking less than, you're talking maybe 5 or 6 centimetres at most. There's this just little gap, not even that, a couple of centimetre gap between the floor.
About an inch.
Slightly less, about 4/5 of an inch.
4/5 of an inch?
Which, yeah.
Blimey.
Oh, that got us subscribed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The Imperial system winning out!
It was, sorry.
Garblog Games.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the follow. I was chatting with you the other day on Twitter. Thank you for following.
No.
Can I
welcome.
give a swift super magic?
Oh dear.
He runs over to your side. Whoosh.
Which one
What is it?
is number 1?
Zolan, have a look at the keys.
Oh, we know we're looking for money box 1.
Yeah, I know, but just have a look at the keys. See if there's anything on the keys that relates to any of these symbols here.
It's a very funny question.
You identify number 1, I'll look at the keys.
Number one
Number
stick.
1, please. Yeah, 1.
How many sticks?
I know what 1 is.
We're
We never
presumably
questioned it.
1 through 6. Is this 1?
It says on the top.
We can't read it.
can't
Super
read
magic,
that-
sorry.
that
We're
one.
not
you
as
say?
smart as super magic.
Yeah. This is why.
Read.
This is why you're the mayor.
Super. Mad. 1. He points to the leftmost
Yeah.
one. 2. 3.
4, 5, 6.
4.
He's the mayor. Wait.
Sorry.
6. Joking. 5 and 6.
You jokester.
I could set fire to it, you know, I've got a torch.
He's a super comedian.
He just turns away again. It looks like he tries to throw his cape over his front, but he doesn't have a cape. He kind of spins away.
Can I investigate the keys? I'm looking for, like, the lock says Chubb, the key says Chubb. I know it's the right one.
So, the the smallest key that you found, the one that you actually found in the Adorium of Conrack. That is it's small, golden, a pot of gold engraved on the head. The number 1 is written on a faded parchment tag.
Number 1.
That's not the one.
The there's a large gold key that you recently found from Wenton just less than half an hour ago.
Unwieldy large.
Much larger than the other one, but yeah, still
Big
regular.
as your head.
It's not as big as your head.
The key to
and
the sea.
That's engraved with a pot of gold. And the third key that you possess,
No
just
number.
come back a little way.
This key is just right.
The third key that you found
My key is too big. My key is too small.
from Bismond was another large gold key, and it too had a pot of gold engraved on it.
Cool. No number? Yeah, just a number on
The only one that
Conrack's
had a
key.
number was that first one.
I'm concerned about, like, there could be a trap door, that could be gas through the pipe, it could be a hideous trap.
You think that it is a trap?
I'm thinking it might be some sort of mechanism.
Could be communication for all sorts. Maybe it's not as simple as unlock a door.
I feel like this 4/5 of a inch gap could be significant.
This
Very
could
specific.
this could be on a rail that can take us to. This may just be the transport mechanism.
I think it might be one of those elevators like we...
Could be
Shall we
yeah,
just ask Celeste and she will tell us?
or super
Yeah.
magic.
I'm not going to ask anything to that imbecile.
Okay.
Shall we see who returns the answer quicker? A
Yeah.
test of faith.
Oh, I like that. And then if we worship super magic, if he's quicker.
Yes.
Norse will cast find traps.
Super magic.
These.
Yeah, he's just going to close his eyes and
Yeah.
kind of whisper under his breath.
Unfair head start.
So, you sense the presence of any trap within range that is within line of sight. A trap for the purpose of this spell includes anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect that you consider harmful or undesirable, which was specifically intended as such by its creator. This is blah 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 blah.
Do you find out the nature of any said traps?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah,
It
it is.
doesn't ask me
Spell would
that.
sense an area of effect by the alarm spell, a glyph of warding, a mechanical pit trap, but it would not reveal a natural weakness in the floor, unstable ceiling, or sinkhole. This spell merely reveals the trap is present. You don't learn the location of each trap, but you do learn the general nature of the danger posed by the trap.
You
sense.
don't learn the location of the trap.
No, but you do learn the general nature of the danger by the trap you sense. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't learn the
You
location of each
detect-
trap. Is every trap within 120 feet?
Okay. Every trap within 120 feet. Okay. You detect lots of traps.
Yes, there are traps everywhere.
Yeah. You detect.
Yeah, super magic said.
You
Yeah.
detect.
While you were murmuring.
You detect magical traps.
There are magical traps.
You or that's not entirely true. You
It's not
detect.
entirely true.
You detect traps that have effects which are similar to magic's.
There are more like
which you
traps that have
often-
effects similar to magic.
Augmented by magic.
You also you detect a whole series of traps.
There are a whole
And
series of
they're-
traps.
This is
They
what
are-
Celeste's telling you?
Mhm.
This...
Shh! Celeste is speaking.
Sorry.
You detect traps which would you detect traps. It's hard to describe without revealing
Squash.
the exact nature of the trap. You detect
Just the general nature will be fine.
you detect traps in your immediate vicinity which aren't intrinsically harmful.
There are traps in the immediate vicinity that aren't intrinsically harmful.
In
Like
that they, in
underneath
that-
us?
What half
in
of
that-
these words mean?
in
That's
that-
how you know it's coming from Celeste.
in that they won't cause damage,
Mm.
but they have effects which might be time sensitive.
Okay.
There are other traps that you detect marginally further away, which
I hope somebody else is taking notes.
which have a variety of effects also. This is a good spell to cast. You
I
detect,
thought it might be useful.
you detect traps which will cause damage and intrinsically heat-based. You detect
a lolly for this one.
You detect other traps, which might intrinsically be sleep-based, and you detect a humongous trap,
Dragon-based.
which is roughly, which is larger than this entire room, which is mechanized in nature.
Second half.
This is the first time you've cast this trap.
First time I cast
Sorry,
the spell.
first time you cast the
First time I
spell.
cast it.
It's amazingly effective. It makes you wonder the rest of your life whether everywhere you've walked
More.
has.
There are traps. Our lives are so dangerous. Everything is out to kill us, or make us fall asleep, or set us on fire, or is larger than us.
Can I suggest that what we're here,
You're going to die, Malcolm. You're going to die. We're all going to die
Well,
here.
I would
Malcolm
suggest
will
that-
die.
I would suggest that because we're in a secure place. A
It
place
is
where
not secure. There are traps everywhere.
A place where people put
If
their
anything, it is
valuables,
volatile.
put their valuables to keep them safe. It's likely that there are all sorts of mechanisms and things that could be setting off your.
You wouldn't have said that if I hadn't have cast that spell, would you?
No, you're right. I wouldn't. But there
You would have
could
thought
be-
this was a normal, everyday
could be
place where
all
people bring and
sorts-
put their gold.
all sorts of dead bolts, things that mechanisms designed to stop people getting at the
Send you
stuff
to
inside
sleep,
them.
set you on fire.
But we have the keys.
We have the keys. That's the thing.
But the person who had the
Be
keys
very,
would know where
very
the traps are,
careful
no?
about using them.
That's super magic. Have you ever been inside one of these lock boxes? Have
But
you
I-
deposited anything?
I think I know who's going first.
You must have had important papers, trade documents, and
I think so.
the like. You
How
think so?
does the name Minefield Donkey sit with you?
Super magic.
Yes. I think he agrees.
This is the money pot.
Brilliant. Elaborate. How do we get in to the money chambers?
Stick the key in the hole.
The doors.
Yes.
We have three keys.
It's
to
the one with
number
one written on it.
That'll be number one.
Lovely.
So we're going to give you
starting
the
to
little
get a
key,
headache.
Yeah.
and do you want to take us through?
Yes.
Cool. So we'll just stand back.
Don't give him the key.
What?
He'll probably eat it or throw it somewhere or do something
Oh,
stupid.
I can't go in.
No.
Good.
Why not?
It's not my key.
Of course.
I
What?
can,
Hang on a minute. Hang on. What would using it if it wasn't your key do to you?
Good question.
Oh, it's very naughty.
No, that's fine.
I can use the ethereal hand to open the door.
Sounds
plan.
good.
Cool.
While we all stand well back.
Number one.
Number
Miniature
one.
key. Does it look at the right size key for the
Go
for the
closer.
lock?
You can
I'll go
going up
closer.
to it and just kind of holding it up against
Yeah,
it.
measure.
You
I
make
guess
an
we've got
investigation roll.
one large, one too large.
Where
too
exactly
small.
you
This
step
version
in?
of Dungeons and Dragons, even though we've leveled up, are we maintaining all of the expended spell slots from our session?
Yeah. Look that one up while we can. Over here.
20, not natural.
I think it's a house rule. You
It-
can't.
I assumed so.
I
Did you
assumed as well,
did
but
you
that's why I
reset,
thought
did
I
you?
was-
That's why I assume with my health needing to be reset.
Yeah, I assumed that we're
okay.
keeping expended spell
House
slots.
rule. Cool.
Let's do it. Done.
Cool.
We can look that up next time. It looks smaller than the keyhole.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Can I also make one more investigation check? I want to look for some dead bodies.
No.
There's dead bodies everywhere. I really want to find. You know, when you go to the
Well, it's
pub
cool.
and you need the little button to get in the till. I'm wondering if there's one of them on any personnel. If there's like a legit.
That was why I took the ring off of that other halfling in the shop.
That
Because
was the reason.
I thought there was.
Lies.
It might. Shut up.
It's only a
It
12.
might be some sort of coded thing for opening. Shut up.
I want some
There-
dead bodies.
There are no apparent dead bodies. Where are you investigating more generally?
Just looking.
Just
no,
everywhere.
I'm turning around and just having a look.
And
Yeah.
it's well lit.
There's
Yeah.
no
Thank you.
there's no dead bodies around.
Living bodies?
You're welcome.
There's no living bodies.
Alright,
Other
fair
than
enough.
the ones that you're aware
Thought
of.
I'll check, yeah. Cool.
I'm gonna go
Is that
over-
like a bowl full of keys?
Yeah.
in the middle of the room.
Well, you mean there was some sort of party here, perhaps?
Well, nobody's here now.
Try this key, Clara.
I'm going to, while this
I'll
is
just
all
do it.
going on,
Let me put them all in the lock.
I'm
If
going
nobody
to
else is
have a
going to
look
do
at
it,
one
I
of
may as
these
well do
I'll
it.
do it with the hand.
Sure.
Oh yes, okay.
So you walk up to one of the tills, and you kind of have to step over all this parchment, which just reels up all over your
these
feet.
traps.
And
I told you about the traps, Margaret. Don't touch
I'm not
anything.
going to touch anything. I just want
They're
to have
everywhere.
At one of these, have a closer look at one of the desks.
Malkin, just so if you open one of the tills, it's probably one of the traps he said was really close.
Yeah,
and
remember-
I'll say,
you remember
I
the
can now
big-
say I told you so. So that's why I
The
want
big flower and the big rising blood, that was a trap.
Yes.
That was a big room-sized trap.
Big room-sized trap, and there is a big room-sized trap, very
I'm
bigger
not
than the room in
going
fact.
to touch anything.
There's-
Okay.
There's a mechanised till
Trap.
in front of you.
I told you so.
Again, looks very like the ones in the Adorium. Other than that, you haven't really seen construction like this before. It's particular to this area, it would seem.
Till-shaped trap in front of you.
It's
It's engraved with teeth.
there's it's really difficult to say what it is, other than the fact there's a load of buttons on it which look like they could potentially be letters, and then there's all these spools of paper coming out the top of it.
Oh, out of the top of it, so it's
That's
like
a
an adding
receipt.
machine.
I mean, you wouldn't know what one was, but
I did grow up in the
it's
city.
true. But this is a lot more mechanised than
Right.
some of the stuff you'd be used
You're
to
fairly
seeing.
lowborn, if I remember your history.
That's birth. Well, there was upbringing as well.
What's the quality of this parchment?
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's a pretty good part.
Very impressive. They've really respected the trees here and really produced a top quality parchment.
Does that not anger you more though that you've got less mileage out of the parchment?
No.
Potentially
you've
you
got
could
to
have
really-
doubled how
you don't
far
want
the
to
trees go.
insult the tree.
Okay, cool.
And you only want to use parchment for, this must be really important stuff on these parchments. I can't read it, but it must be really important.
Excellent.
I trust them.
I'll trust you
I trust
in your
these people.
decision.
I'm going
Clara?
to mage hand the key into the door.
The door.
So he'll hold the key in his hand and then just reach it out, and then an ethereal hand will just continue floating towards the door.
Nollis is going to be just over his shoulder.
Boom. Malcolm, now in the centre of the room, is staff out of it and be ready.
Yeah.
Super Magic's doing the same with his wand, and he's imagining he's doing the key.
You do so well, Super Magic. And then he's just going to turn the lock, and he's not standing on the bloody platform, the hole around the side. He's going to turn the key in the lock.
Okay. So as you do so, you try and turn it, and there's resistance.
Okay. Well,
Try this one.
no, what?
It was.
Try a little harder.
Might be the one like the one
That
at
was
work.
just to be sure. Which key was this you're using?
This is the little one.
The little one. Okay. So the little one, as you put it in there, disappears into the lock, and there's resistance.
Okay,
It's too small.
I'll bring it back out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This key is too small.
Should we try one of the other
I'll
ones?
exchange
Okay.
and the key.
Okay.
Hoarding
Take
the keys.
Take the other one.
Maybe they all have to be done at the same time.
There's only one. There's only one keyhole.
Have you ever seen a key? There's multiple keys. in
Never
the
seen a
same
key.
He's right.
Throwing ideas out there.
This is a key.
He's right.
I mean, he's
lock.
right.
What do you mean he's right?
Who's
You have
right?
to do them at the same time.
Well, all of them, all 6.
6.
3. 3 keys.
We asked you how to use one of these things. Why didn't you tell us?
I told you he is insane. Why do you keep
Oh.
I'm going to hit
Oh.
Super Magic with the key. Because the
Yeah.
ethereal just knocks him on the head.
Looks his wand. Stupid.
Where do we put them? One keyhole. One at. Where are the other two
Are
keyholes?
the keyholes different sizes?
One keyhole.
Where are the others then?
There's 3.
Super magic.
There's keyholes in all of the doors.
So we
In
have
Venice,
to,
you are an
do
idiot.
we
Even I
have
saw
to
that.
put, do we have to open all 6 doors at the same time?
We can't
No, we
have
only
3
got 3
keys
keys.
now.
we've only got 3 keys.
Oh, is this a combination thing?
I didn't know you couldn't do maths. I just...
Have you never been to a money pot before?
No.
Enlighten us!
Do we have to open all the doors at the same time?
All of them?
Which I'm gonna have a look at the keyholes. Is one of them small?
So you look through each of the 6 keyholes.
Yeah.
They all look pretty much the same size.
Well, the small key will not fit.
Is there a master key that has to be used in conjunction with one of the door
We were
keys?
only told to get these 3 keys.
When you signed up for the money pot keys,
Yeah, when we signed up.
Yeah, when we signed up for them. Yeah.
didn't you get an induction?
No, it was they didn't have the paperwork with them.
He's very stupid. He forgot.
They have so much paperwork.
Very fine quality paperwork.
Maybe you should ask one of the staff.
Where are the staff?
You've just been hired. You work here now. Now tell us what we need to do.
Roll deception.
Nice.
While that's going
Should
on,
be fairly easy, right?
while that's going on, I'm going to
Not very deceptive.
for another keyhole somewhere, not on the doors, somewhere, anywhere that looks like it might be a sort of master
In the
key.
4/5
Yeah.
gap.
With the
Not
within those
any of
little
us.
gold chambers.
But we know a guy that works there, so it's fine.
15.
15, you can give me investigation at the same time.
Ick. That's the.
Where is your uniform and why are you late?
I'm the mayor?
No, you work at the money pot.
Wow. He goes behind the paper. Someone needs to tidy this up!
You need
Do
to.
you work here too?
Do not insult me.
No, he does.
Don't
he does, he
lie,
works here.
clerk.
He works here too.
Liar!
Sorry, boss. I thought we
Clean this up!
thought we was having a joke.
So then,
We need to help these
Clean this up!
4 gentlemen.
He
What a monster you've created! Yes, sir.
You start tidying up this spooled up paper that's all over the place.
Yes.
Roll.
Yes.
Sorry.
now my friend here.
Was it? Okay, yeah, you can't see anything else.
My friend here needs to be inducted on how to get his deposit.
I wish to open door number 1. I would like.
He's left a dangerous and heavy deposit.
Do you
that he
have your
needs to
key?
Recover.
I'm going to palm them while he's looking at you guys. Whoever of the party, I can pass to without being seen.
You just
I'm
made
I'm
it.
assuming I can't mage hand. Or if you mage hand, you can pick them up.
Yeah.
He thinks I'm an employee now, so
Okay.
I can't hold them. I'm going to assume.
Yes, we have keys.
Okay. Put them in your locks.
Just number 1.
I think he's forgotten the locks.
You've forgotten them.
Yes.
We have. Problem is, you see, we have 3 keys. We have 1 small key and 2 large keys. The large keys are for
Yes. I do work here.
Excellent. We don't know which. We've lost the labels. You see.
You
We
lost
don't
the
know
labels.
Which.
It's not our
key.
account.
That one's got a label on.
Yes, that one.
Oh! Yeah.
We don't have labels for the big keys.
No, that's the security.
Right.
Sure. What's your name?
Zolan, sir.
Zolan, look for this man's numbers.
Where would they be, sir?
Drawers.
Over there?
He's pointing down to the desk. You notice now that there are some drawers in these
Excellent.
desks.
Cool. Right, I'm going to start rummaging, and I'm going to be looking for the names Bismuth, Conrack, and Wenton, and the stuff.
So as you
Filing
open,
through,
you
yeah.
open one drawer and it's a bit
Business.
jammed, it's a bit stiff and jammed. As you pull it hard, all of this paper just spools out. It's absolutely rammed with it. Spools and spools of this stuff. And that's just one of probably about 10 of these
Get the
things
trap!
that's in here. All this paper, just
when we
spooling
sort
out.
this out, I am going
Ow.
to kill.
How are these organised
Kill who?
alphabetically?
the wizard.
It's all written in halfling.
Come on, Zolan. We haven't got all day to get Malkin's heavy deposit.
Gonna start looking for Bismuth's name.
Okay.
Is there a B? Can I see a B in the alphabet?
You can't even make out the letters. This halfling script is basically gibberish to you.
I can't read it, sir.
What?
I had a lot to drink last night, sir.
Anyone like a job?
I cannot read.
We can't read it either.
We just want our things from the thing.
You're fired.
What are my family going to do?
Super bad day.
I'll do it myself.
Oh,
starts to go through all these paperwork, all these spools and spools of paper. He's kind of burying himself underneath it as he's piling them all up. And this is, I mean, there's so much paper here. Realistically, this
set fire to the paper.
realistically, it looks like this could take you a little while. He's got 5 or 10 minutes pass as he's kind of looking through this paper, and it's such a long time. If there's anything you want to do,
Short rest.
Yeah.
Can I,
Long rest.
can I take, if it's going to take a long time, can I take half an hour to meditate? Go sit in the corner to meditate.
absolutely.
I'm going to go and sit in that corner over there, and I'm going to meditate for a bit.
I think Malcolm is stressed.
It's a tricky meditation because the lit torches around the room really catch this golden.
I used to meditate while Holm was doing his morning aerobics. It's not a problem
Fair.
for me.
Anything anyone else would like to do?
Norris is going to take a good solid 10 minutes looking around where there might be traps in the room. He's pretty paranoid that they're all going to die.
Okay, so if you'd like to give me an investigation with advantage because of your successful spell.
Nice. Is it investigation or survival? I'll do either.
Investigation.
Good enough.
Let's not roll this one. All the numbers are obscure. So that's a 10.
A 10. You have a good look around. Again, you're pretty confident there's traps. You're worried about the hemispheres, and you think there's certainly traps that aren't within your eyesight as well. Anyone else doing anything?
Just admiring Super Magic's work. Brilliant. What a method actor this fellow is.
Reaper's asleep in his head.
I'm going to go outside.
Go out the front.
Just going to be keeping an eye out.
Sure.
Good plan.
Waiting for those atmospheric changes and pressure.
Yes.
Good plan.
Another 20 minutes passes. He's still throwing paper up in the air, kind of grumbling to himself. Occasional magic sounds, and he's working through it. There's a hell of a lot of stuff to go through here.
If time is passing, I think I'll join Malcolm meditating. Try and find the darkness again, like we found in Fastbrock. See if there is just how intense it is here, because we've not found any kind of dark areas where you can touch things and go into the darkness. So he's just going to try and discern just how much void and or the darkness is present here.
Are you using detect magic?
I guess it's just no. It's not detect magic. It's just a check. Just do a bit of the old. Just try and.
Do you want to do an Arcana check then, just to sense?
Right.
Yeah, cool. So it's 14.
14. You haven't had any indication thus far of the same types of vision that you received previously.
Cool. And then he's also going to stand up, walk over to the door, and cast Detect Magic, because that would have been a really good idea, Jack. So let's just see if I can see anything magical. So he'll touch the stone ground, I guess.
So it's called like a golden metal.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
So yeah, he'll feel the ground, open his eyes, casting Detect Magic. So feeling the texture. What do I see? What do I see if I cast magic?
There's a
If
very...
you've got time, you can cast it as a ritual and not burn spells.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, so you start to cast it, and Nora's like, no!
No! Cast it as a ritual. It will take you 10 minutes, but you don't have to expend the spell slot.
I've never done that before.
So,
What do you mean a ritual?
Let me show you that.
so for around 10 minutes, you are... you should give me a perception, by the way. Sorry, Thorin, I should have asked you for that. For about 10 minutes, you see Claro trying to conjure up something.
Kneeling down in front of the door, eyes closed, and just feeling the floor, he's trying to find. He's trying to find something on the floor, but it's also he's kind of discerning knowledge.
You cast Detect Magic. There is a very, very faint residual effect that seems to be just generally within the atmosphere. Similarly, as you witnessed previously when you saw it around the area. There's actually nothing particularly strong there's nothing particularly strong that's immediately visible within this room. You don't have to see anything though, do you?
No.
What's your range?
Well, I guess his armour is probably glowing really bright green. Detect magic 30 feet. For duration, you sense presence of magic within 30 feet. If you sense magic in this way, use this action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in that area that bears magic. You can learn its school of magic. So you can see an aura, but I guess you detect magic anyway.
Yeah, you can detect some magic.
Yeah.
You can't see any.
Okay. I can't see any magical traps or anything here.
You can detect it, but you cannot see it.
Yeah, you can feel magic in the air, but then this whole place is magical.
Is it beyond the doors? Shouted in.
I guess I can't tell.
All you know is that there's nothing that's got an aura that you can see.
I can't tell.
What about the shield? Can you learn about that?
Does the shield appear magical?
There's certainly some items that appear magical. You've got the silvered knife has a slight magical glow to it. Zolan's bag.
Yeah.
You see the shield with the hand emanating from it. That is very magical. Anyone else got anything magical on them?
The ring that I took off the halfling by any chance?
No.
Is everyone just like, what about this?
Yeah.
What about this magic?
What about this thing?
Am I magic?
I traded my hand axe with one of those crazy people back in Fosbrook. It was nicer than mine.
Yeah.
I just assumed it was a normal hand axe.
Interestingly, super magic is probably the least magical of everything.
Actually, yeah.
The anti-aura. It's more difficult to see.
I can barely see super magic.
Lucky you.
What type of magic does the shield have on it?
Yeah, I know it's school.
What type of magic does the shield have on it?
Yeah.
Good
You
grief.
probably know if I'm carrying it around.
Yeah, I'll tell you that in a minute. I'll come back to you on that one.
Cool.
So
Come back to that.
he comes up to the shield, and within the green glow, he kind of gets a feel for runes kind of moving within the magic. At the moment, he cannot discern what type of school
Kiss
it is.
it.
Yeah, but it's forming. It's certainly.
I'm not going to kiss it.
That's it on that one.
Yeah, certainly.
Shake the hand.
I don't want to.
Okay, has anyone shook the hand yet?
Shake the hand.
Why don't you put it in Malcolm's face or something? Like,
He's meditating.
Um,
you have to be sensitive to other people's religions, Clara.
You detect.
Let him worship his false god.
You detect an enchantment to the shield.
it's enchanted.
Oh. If only I knew what that meant.
I wish I knew what that meant as well. I guess Zolan would be the man to look at it if it's
It's enchanted.
enchanted. Zolan?
Could be anything.
Shake the hand.
I'll shake the hand. Oh, it should be fine.
Oh, I saw those
Shake the hand.
pupils
yeah.
dilate
Doesn't
then.
seem to do anything.
Yeah.
Well, that was disappointing.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. It could
Do
be
something else.
This could be anything, depending on the craftsman or whoever's enchanted this. What they wanted
I will
the
have
enchantment
to
to
wait.
be. Yeah.
I will have to wait and study it, I'm sure.
Look further.
While you're stood outside for it,
See if I can-
you fail to perceive a tentacle that comes from above you. The
look on.
mask is right in front of you. It drops from above. This white,
Let me see if I.
featureless mask with these deep-set black eyes and this abyss-like mouth, which is just a blackness, and this black, shadowy tentacle that emits from it. Can you please give me
Jeepers.
whichever saving throw I made you last time, which I think
Wisdom,
was,
please.
I don't think it was wisdom. I suspect it was.
It's dexterity, was it?
I think it's a
avoid.
dexterity one
Yeah,
to
because you
avoid
want to see if
it,
you can
yes.
avoid the.
I believe it was. No, it can't have been Dex because I would have.
Doesn't matter. It's one.
Your check
You
is
didn't,
relevant.
as it's attaching to your face, you don't even react. You're just going to be in a daze.
Can I spend my inspiration? I don't want one of our parties to get mullered right at this critical point.
To be fair, I've got an inspiration.
Have you?
I can.
You want to take this, do you?
Yeah.
If you want to take it, you take
Yeah,
it.
I'll
Okay,
take it.
Thorn
That's
is.
cool then.
I was just looking at the post.
Just at the last second.
Trying to work out. Huh? And then I just 10.
Did you use inspiration? Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you did use it.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's on the other side because that's an old note on that one. Can you have a look at that one?
Steve. This again.
I think how he feels about this. He's he's very open to this day when it comes. It's quite a celebration. I'm going to start preparations.
Okay. You guys are oblivious to this. What?
Thorn is getting married. To the mask.
Inside, Super Magic is still doing his stuff. You guys doing anything else particularly?
Yeah, I think Nolus is going to just be stood in front of the doors. And he's going to try and go into the mind of the halfling and understand how to open the doors. He's trying to gain an insight into what it is to be halfling.
What it is to be half.
He's a hunter.
Okay,
He's trying to hunt halfling by getting through these doors.
So you want to hunt halfling. So you're looking.
If I were a halfling and I was stuck behind one of these doors, how would I get through?
Okay. Give me, I guess an insight roll to try and estimate what you think they might do.
Oh, it's a 10.
A 10.
It's a
You
shame. It's a real shame.
suspect they'd use a key.
Worth a shot.
Yeah.
Has half an hour passed?
Yeah. Half an hour's passed.
You become a key. Using the key.
After a moment, Super Magic pops his head up. What was the name you were looking for?
Bismuth.
Bismuth, Conrack, or and Wenton.
Got it. He goes back down
Excellent.
behind the desk.
You arsehole.
What?
I said you're doing a great job. The little key didn't work in the door. We can try one of the big keys, but it doesn't sound like it's right for the door. I don't know what he can get from the paper that we don't already know.
I still think that it's significant that there's a smaller key. There must be a keyhole for that smaller key somewhere.
I think that perhaps the halflings made this as a sequence. Perhaps they are not doors. It is a sequence of numbers.
Like a code.
Maybe.
But then how would it take you to where you need to go? Oh, unless there's lockboxes inside.
Maybe.
But then
That would explain why we have more than one key.
Bismuth didn't tell us any of this.
But that is why there is so much cross-referencing in the little man is doing.
Look over it.
Miriam?
No.
Back down again. Still rusty.
Wenton's further on.
Oh, Wenton!
You see
He
it?
totally changes where he was looking. Goes down to the other end of the desk.
You said you waited half an hour. Something was about to happen, and then you left us in suspense.
I've just finished my meditation.
All right.
Fireball.
Yeah, I'm tempted to kind of blow this place apart.
Another few minutes pass. There's still a lot of scrapping down there. He looks over at you and what are you doing? I thought you were helping!
You fired me!
Ah, yes.
Yes.
I've got it!
Which one?
Wenton,
Wenton. What does it say?
Conrack,
Yes.
and Bismuth.
What does it say
is
against
all one,
the
Is
names?
it all one account?
Who are you?
Wenton.
He's Wenton.
This is Wenton.
He's
Give me
not
deception.
Wenton.
Give me a
Oh,
deception.
gee.
He's-
I'll do it.
Can we support him because we all
The
said
two
the
of
same
you
thing?
said it, so you can both.
Oh, I won't do it.
Remember.
Deception 12.
12. I got 10.
This is a halfling's
I was
name.
going to say,
He is a
yeah.
halfling.
You're enormous.
Go Bismuth.
He's very tall.
Enormous.
Don't be
But
so
the other two
strange.
guys own two very
Zolan.
prominent parts. Yes,
It's,
sir.
they're all three of them are sat together wearing a big cloak.
Yes, sir.
This man's teasing me.
About what?
He says he's Wenton.
No, I'm not.
He's-
I'm not Wenton.
He's
I'm-
bismuth.
I'm Wenton. We're all.
You give me the deception roll.
He's
I am
bismuth.
Wenton.
Me and my wife's Wenton.
Deception. I'm pretty deceptive. I'm not. It's a 5.
Yeah, the rolls are not good this evening.
Can you persuade him, maybe?
No, look, I'm.
No, you're not.
No, I'm their representative.
Do you think me an idiot?
No. I'm here under their instruction to retrieve.
The account of
Yeah.
Wenton.
Do you think he'll still read it out if I strangle him?
While he's busy, I'm going to rip the paper out of Super Magic's hands.
You can't read it.
But I can translate, I can see the numbers above the doors and find them on the piece of paper.
Okay.
I can cross-reference what is here.
I hope it's not a load of instructions.
Yeah, it's mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
great! It's
You're fired! Smack that thing out of his hand.
And he runs over and picks it up.
Well,
I never! And he just scuffles his little feet as fast as he can out of the door, and he looks at you, Thor, and you see him as he comes out, turns to you, and he shuttles down the stairs, doesn't say another word, into the darkness.
Jeez, I'm digging a hole.
Oh. Just right in the middle of the pavement.
Life's too short, buddy.
Just digging a hole.
So you've now got this large piece of, like half a roll of this enormous spooling parchment that's
How long is it?
Very, very, very
I
long.
was hoping it'd be like 3 lines.
But there was very
Three
much,
symbols.
There was very much an area he was looking at, and you
Brilliant.
just ripped it out of
Do you
that
even know
area.
the names written in halfling?
No, but I can see 6 symbols, and I'm going to look for these
But we
3
don't
of
know
those symbols
Bismuth,
in here.
Wenton and...
You're off the wisdom team.
It's fine. I'm gonna start looking.
Give me an insight roll to see
Join
if you
our
can
team.
detect where
I
he was
wasn't
reading.
very brave either.
to the strong but stupid side.
What do you want, sorry?
Insight, please.
What's the dice? Can I just borrow this dice a
Yes.
moment? 20 to a 20!
You are,
Oh, bank manager.
Thanks! Thanks for lending me your dice.
you're absolutely
Oh, dear.
positive. You know what he was reading.
Oh, yes.
There could only be one line on there. It's really clear to you.
Frickin' told you, lot.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
You're back on the wisdom
Thank
side.
you.
Back on the wisdom team.
There's an entry which is there's almost like little paragraphs that all seem related to one
Yeah.
another. So you're pretty clear you know which paragraph you're reading.
You circled it.
You can detect the symbol for 1 as it's been described to you.
Yep.
You can detect the symbol for 2 as it's been described for you. And you can detect the symbol for 1 again that's been described to you.
1,
One,
in
two.
order through the page would be 1, 2, 1.
So 1, 2, 1 in that order.
It's 1, 2, 1, guys.
Okay.
Don't know what that means,
So
but
maybe the little key on 1, the little key on 2, and the little key on
The little
1.
key does not fit.
Well, no, there's
It
resistance.
is too small. It fits right into the lock. It is too small, no? That is what we saw.
That's what you saw the first time.
Maybe it's one of the other keys and it is 1, 2, 1.
Feel free to try. He passes the keys over.
Norris is going to put each one of the keys in sequence.
So you've got 2 of these big keys, you've got 1 of the little key.
Which one looks like it'll fit in the keyhole?
The 2 bigger keys look a better fit.
Okay. The 2 bigger keys, there's no difference between them. They look identical.
You can investigate them.
Oh, jeepers, can I not?
can I help? As a,
There's nobody looked at the keys!
I have already looked at it. I have looked before.
Suggested looking at the keys more than once.
You could have done it, Malcolm.
What's the 10?
We did look.
A 10.
It's kind of a spot the difference.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
get
pretty.
the Norris
Yeah,
is
as you
pretty-
hold them up, it's straightforward enough. They look very, very similar. They're the same style. They've both got this engraved money pot on them. There are subtle differences to the teeth within each one.
2 different locks. Right.
Pencil back. Thank you very much.
I'm going to stick key A into slot A.
key 1 into slot 1.
Well, the key 1's too small, right?
So the key that had the key that had the number 1 written on was in common.
Yeah, but that wasn't the small key.
That was the small key.
Oh,
The other 2 keys have no numbering on them at all.
Cool. So in that case, I'm going to use key A,
Mhm.
which is arbitrarily assigned to one of the 2 keys.
Sure.
That's Wenton's key.
Yeah.
We'll say that's
Take
Wenton's
one
key.
I'll take the other key. We'll go to door 1 and 2.
No, let's just do it one at a time because it has to go 1 to 1. So
Okay.
presumably it's the same key. Maybe. I don't know.
I can imagine it's going to.
It's just going to stick a key in the lock and turn it.
Yeah, the
Into
small
which one?
key will appear.
Whatever
Key-
key.
yeah, so
one
key-
of the keys at random.
Yeah,
He's going to put
of the 2
into,
bigger ones.
Yeah. Lock one and turn it. See what happens.
Okay, sure. So as you do so, you feel some resistance.
Cool.
Claim
So
that
take
if
that
you
key
want.
out,
No.
put key B into slot 1 and turn it.
Okay. As you do so, you feel some resistance.
They both seem to be the same. But it's
I'm
1
gonna-
to 1.
I'll take one of the keys off you.
We cannot do
I'll try.
slot 1 twice.
I'll try to keep the first
Perhaps the
key
resistance is what we are supposed to feel.
Yeah, that's kind of
Perhaps
what I
not
said.
supposed to unlock. You did not say that.
Let's just blow this open.
No, I think that would trigger a lot of traps.
Okay.
We haven't seen Thorinir in a while.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Perhaps the clever one should sort this out while you guys go and deal with that situation.
1, 2, 1. I feel Thorinir. Feel. Same time.
You think that it's
Page-
1 to
the page
comma
was
1. You
1,
read it.
2.
You tell
Yeah,
us.
the page was 1, 2,
Right.
1.
okay.
I think
I'll
1
tell
and
you
2
what you like.
I'll take,
together,
We have this jaggedy one or this other
Yeah.
jaggedy one?
then
I'll
1.
take the jaggedy one.
Okay, you'll give key A or B to...
Okay, so we got 3 keys from.
Oh, I'm not in this anymore. You talk to me.
so-
It's ridiculous.
Hang on. Okay, I've got the third.
We have to figure this out between
got
us,
the
Malcolm.
third
Everyone
key.
else has failed. It is down to us.
I've got the 3rd key that we collected.
Sure.
So, the one from the bright pools.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got that one. Ready?
I just
We'll
killed
try
him.
turning.
You want to do it at the same
We'll
time?
try turning them at the same time.
Maybe you should just try yours and see what happens.
Okay,
No.
I'll try mine. In door 2.
You're in door 2.
Yeah.
Sure. So you turn the key in door 2 and you feel resistance.
Do I feel resistance that it might move a bit more?
Because resistance to me is you're about to break the key.
Yeah, is it snappy resistance or is
The
it?
keys are pretty sturdy.
Go at the same time.
I'm going to try key
Go on,
1
try it.
after he's tried key 2.
Okay.
The same,
Same experience. You feel.
This is-
Nothing else happens?
the same time, guys.
Do you want
Yes,
to try
we're
it
gonna
Together.
do it at the same time.
We'll try it at the
Yeah.
same time.
Okay, we'll turn the 2 of the keys at the same time. He's rolling a die.
We all die of horrible gas.
You both feel resistance.
Twist.
Then
Turn
then
the
it is
key.
1 again. So then I do mine again, no?
Oh. Maybe.
This is what you told me. It was 1
I
to
was,
1.
I was hoping that 1 and 2 would twist. And then there'd
Swap
be
keys.
another lot.
Swap keys.
Oh, yeah, swap keys, yes.
Swap
Why?
keys.
We
Keys.
do not know
We'll
if
swap
this...
keys and repeat the process.
Yeah.
Just try it.
Okay, I'll swap the key over.
Okay.
And so you're swapping the keys rather than swapping yourselves.
Yeah, swap the
Yeah.
keys.
rather than-
So
These are
you
number 1.
I'll be honest with you, Jack, we have no idea what's going on, so it doesn't really matter what we do at this point.
you put the 2 keys into the lock. At that point, you feel the keys turn further than they had done previously, as you do it exactly the same time. At that exact moment,
Gas. Out the hole.
So many bees.
at that exact moment, the person in chamber 1,
That's me.
which is Nollis,
It's good.
this concave door that was around this hemisphere shuts ferociously with a huge, great, loud bang.
You weren't leaning on it.
You are within this very, very small chamber, which is just a few feet
Reveal
deep.
to me your secrets,
And,
chamber.
and again, it's this hemisphere, so it's sort of circular in the way it
now
is.
trapped inside.
You're
Yeah.
trapped with inside it. Your door does not open. Malcolm, your door opens. You notice, Zolan, that this the outside, this concave door, which is super thick. These doors are not flimsy doors, super thick metal. You realise that there's the shape of an hourglass, which is concave on the outside of it. It seems to be possibly like a clear reinforced glass or ember or some kind of resin that you can see through, but very, very dense. I mean, these things look sturdy.
An hourglass. We got a.
What did you guys see? Do you see anything, Nollis?
At this point, we'll take a quick break.
Oh.
Okay. Well done, guys.
Oh.
We will return in about 7 of your
Thinking.
English or American or European or wherever you're from.
Interchangeable minutes.
We're not Mars minutes.
They're not those Martian minutes.
Are they long or
Some of
short?
those.
I have no idea.
They're much shorter than that, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure.
Back
Smaller planet.
back in a few minutes' time. See you soon.
Okay.
Welcome back.
I know you're going though.
The door slides open as yours slams shut. The key ejects itself back towards you out of the door.
Oh! I catch it in midair because I was that good.
Fine. And make you roll. These big, heavy, thick doors slide to the side, as thick as yours on the other side. And a vast room opens out in front of you. This room is illuminated.
So the thing I'm trapped behind is glass, right?
You are trapped, so the same iron metallic door in front of you is still there. Where
Trapped behind glass.
and your key is still in the keyhole there. The room, then you've got this concave or convex, it appears, this convex door around you back into the main foyer from where you were,
But it's locked shut.
which is slammed shut. There's this hourglass. You're looking through this hourglass window.
So I can see through it.
You can see through it through this hourglass shape. The rest of it is this thick iron, and that's like this thick resin.
I'm just going to take the small key with one written on it out on my other hand and just press it up against the glass. And then point
I
at
think
it.
you have that one, don't you?
No.
Oh, you gave it back to you. Okay.
Oh, I always had it.
He always had that one.
You said you
right?
took both of them.
No, I only had
Did
two.
you? Yeah, you did.
That would be better, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember that?
I thought I
Remember
had
that point where you took both of them?
If you gave it back, you did.
Remember
But
that?
you
Nobody
said,
correct him on the street.
said-
Nobody
yeah.
correct him. Mark
I'm
him
pretty
as the
sure.
key all
I'm
along.
pretty sure you said you took both of them.
Okay. Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah, I think so, yes.
Yeah.
That was why I was confused earlier on, but...
I was paying attention to that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
The
DMs were all points.
I did wonder when you...
I'm intrigued now. But I don't want to know until after this is over.
The key occupies a quantum superposition.
it's
It
in
exists
both.
in both
It's
of
in
our
both
companies
and
at the same
neither.
time until one of us use it.
Yeah.
And we find out who actually has it.
Nice.
The room in
Oh,
front of you
quantum.
opens into an 100-foot diameter metallic domed room. Like the top half of a sphere with a planar floor.
Yeah, don't.
Exactly.
The man
Yeah.
he said,
Blimey! Steady!
He'll
But
give
right-
the key back to Norris.
But right the way round.
Oh,
So not a wall and then a dome, it
So
is
it's like being
domed
in
from
a
the
great
floor.
big igloo.
Yes.
See?
The half sphere is truncated at the entrance from which you emerge, creating a flattened off wall just a few feet across,
Right.
which is where you're entering, in which the door was inset.
Picturing.
The same truncation and closed door appears at the other end of the room, opposite you. There's a large, black, semicircular cog-like mechanism at the midpoint on the left and right side of the room. Halfway, the midpoint of the room on the left.
Yeah, the guy likes cards.
The floor is apparently entirely like a beaten brass or copper, just like the room previously. But for a large, sturdy, black, probably iron or metal, big, thick metal bar embedded into the floor, running between the two cogs
Right, I see. Okay.
across the centre.
Zolan!
Yes?
There are
Come
two-
and Look at this.
There are two halfling statues in an outward-facing circle in the centre of the room.
Oh, this is a push-pull thing.
One has a nightcap on.
Right.
The other is knocking two pieces of flint together. They both have grates in their bellies.
Toby Toast.
That's pretty much everything
Okay.
you notice in this room.
Just
Okay.
like an American sitcom, there's going to be a slight flashback to when Nollis mentioned sleeping traps
Yeah.
and fire traps.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's some sort of puzzle.
I can make my way in. I'm gonna wave to Nollis. Can you hear through the glass?
You can try.
I can't hear you! Speak louder!
Can you hear me?
I don't know.
Can
Someone's
you
going to tell me
can
in
you
a
hear
minute.
me?
Extremely muffled, but you can probably just about make out what he's saying.
Don't turn the key until we're out.
Okay.
Or someone tells you to turn the key.
Turn the key.
No.
No.
Don't
Don't
turn the key.
Don't turn the key.
Don't turn the
Don't
key.
turn the key.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Your
I'll head in, yeah.
Thorin is still outside.
This pipe above
Yep.
me isn't emitting any
Still
kind
digging.
of
Okay.
I guess with my hands.
stuff.
Not yet.
At this stage.
Clara will go out to see what Thorinir is up to
Okay. Thorin is digging a hole.
with a white mask on his face.
He does appear to have a white mask. There also appears to be a large, shadowy tentacle emanating from the top of his head.
Okay. Thorinir? You alright, buddy?
Oh, hey! It's a momentous day. I've been staying through this mask. It's time to plant my seed.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to say.
I go back to digging.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to take that mask off you now, because the creepy mask.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to smash it with my sword.
Okay.
Oh dear.
This is why we have no friends.
Make an attack roll.
Lovely.
For full health, it's fine.
Come on, Celeste.
That's 16.
Plus 5.
20 critical hit.
It's actually with my short sword.
You
So
cleave his head off.
19.
19.
Are you not proficient with it?
No.
I'm happy that that's a high enough roll that you can attack the mask as opposed to Thorin in his face. As-
Yeah.
9 damage.
and damage. So you strike at it. This kind of hole gapes in it and opens up, and you see Thorinir's face for a moment underneath. For a moment, you see Thorinir and Clara in a slightly different way. There's like you've got this color grading in front of you. Everything seems a bit desaturated, and then you see Thorinir back in front, Clara back in front of you, and as soon as you've damaged it, it reseals itself back up. And Thorinir, you have a desire to walk away from Clara.
It's back on me, is it?
Still on you.
Oh, I better walk away then.
Okay.
You see him just turn his back and just start to stroll away from you.
Alright. Well, in which case, I'm just going to grab his arm.
Okay.
Try and pull him back in.
Yeah, so you grab his arm. He doesn't have too much resistance.
Okay, I'm just going to take him inside.
Okay.
Come on, Thorinir.
Yeah, boy.
So you
Inside.
leave Thorinir inside. This tentacle, the shadowy tentacle in the mask, stays on him
Okay.
horrifically. Again, you can't make out any of his features.
You can
and he
go
comes
now,
back into the main
mask. That's fine.
Okay, it's still on him as
Yeah.
you lead him back into the
Zerlin,
room.
there's this weird mask.
No. Gold.
As you come back into the room,
Yeah.
pretty much as you're arriving into it, it removes itself from him
Yeah.
and disappears away.
It's fine now.
Thorinir, your feeling returned.
Are you
You
in?
don't have a feeling.
Are you in pain? Are you okay?
I guess so.
Is it okay?
Yeah. I think time is of the essence,
Yeah.
so glad you're okay. We'll just head on in.
Can I have a look at the hourglass that's outside Nollis's chamber and try and discern how much time has passed to then work out how much time is left?
Sure. So if you want to give me investigation,
10.
10. There's nothing that indicates any kind of completion of it in any way.
Is it not like a sand hourglass? Am I not
It
seeing
looks like
that?
something very much like that, but it does. But there's
There's
nothing.
no sound.
There's no
Nothing.
two vials that I
There's
can
nothing
clearly.
filling in the shape. Nothing like that.
Oh right. Oh god. I'm gonna head in then. Yeah, I'm coming into Malcolm to see Malcolm.
Thorinir, we need to solve this.
Yeah, what's
puzzle.
happened?
We need to solve this puzzle.
Yeah.
No less!
It's imperative that we solve this puzzle.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Okay, so we got 2 statues of halflings. One is wearing a nightcap, and the other one is napping 2 flints
Cool.
with grates in their stomachs.
So right, Nollis has spoke about 2 traps: sleep traps and fire traps.
Yeah.
Flint's sleepy, maybe. What else?
Would you like the description of the room
There's
again?
some cogs and then a steely thing.
Yeah.
The far end of the room, there's another doorway identical to the one that we came
Maybe
in
it's
through.
just unlocked.
Is there a keyhole in said doorway?
So you walk up to that doorway. There is a keyhole in the centre of it.
A smaller keyhole than the keyhole in the outer door?
The keyhole, as you're kind of studying it, looks to be more the same size as the first one.
Right, okay, fair enough.
You've still got key
I've
2,
got,
haven't you?
I've got key, which I'm assuming is key 2.
I don't think you should put the key in the door.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
not
put the
yet,
key-
no.
No, I'm not going to put the key in the door
Yeah.
yet. What do we think of these? Do you think these traps will be activated by putting the key in the door?
Probably, yes.
Potentially.
Okay, so
We need to disarm them.
We have to disarm them.
But if there's a sleepy trap, just from my knowledge, elves, not humans, elves. Fiery traps,
Yeah.
Let's have a look around the room. Can we have the description again?
Sure. You've got a 100-foot diameter metallic domed room. The half sphere is truncated at the entrance from which you emerged, creating a flattened off wall just a few feet across, in which the door you entered through is inset. The same truncation and closed door appears at the other end of the room. There's a large black semicircular cog-like mechanism in the midpoint, on the left and right side of the room. The floor is entirely beaten brass or copper, but for a large, sturdy black metal bar embedded into the floor, running between the two cogs. There are two halfling statues stood in an outward-facing circle in the centre of the room. One has a nightcap on, one's knocking two pieces of flint together as if creating fire. They both have grates in their bellies, and that's everything you make out.
Can I check one of these cogs if they're turnable?
Absolutely, yeah. So give me investigation on that.
Sleepy Gary.
That is a sleeping area.
15 plus 5, 20.
20.
As part of your
Nice.
investigation, could you check to see if the cogs are attached to the iron bar in any significant way?
I'll have a look, Malcolm.
Seeing as you got a 20 there.
So
Okay.
it looks a lot more like Malcolm's feeling is more correct. It doesn't seem like you can turn these by hand yourself.
Mhm.
It seems they're very much embedded into the wall.
Okay.
It seems actually, whereas at first glance they appear to be these big cogs, it actually looks like perhaps they're more of an end to this large iron bar that's in the middle. They seem to potentially in some way interact with that metal bar that's in the floor. And the metal bar is kind of protruding from the centre of these cogs.
Yeah.
So you can only kind of see half of this cog-like shape on
Yeah.
each side.
So it's like an axle.
It looks very... yeah, exactly
With
like
those
that. Yeah, it
as
looks just like
wheels
that.
At the end, it looks like.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
We need to rotate the thingy. Maybe. I'm guessing.
We can start to rotate one and see what happens. We haven't got to carry on. Just see what happens.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
we
okay,
look at the little
pushing
halflings.
against one of the cogs. Is there any sort of will they rotate? Is there any sort of
At
resistance?
first glance, there's no obvious hand or anything like that, but again, you're welcome to give me an investigation roll.
I'm expecting we'll turn one and a wall will arise in the middle.
That's
One trap will go off and we want to be on
10.
the right side of the room essentially. So
The
we don't get burnt or put to sleep or something.
There's
like that.
no obvious way to interact with these.
right.
Maybe we should chat to the little guys.
Chat to the little guy.
Well, you know what I mean. Look at them, talk to them, see if you can see anything.
Can I have a look in the sleepy man's grate?
Sure.
Is it
yeah.
like a hollow grate or is
Um,
it a...
He's got a tummy full of lies.
So yeah, give me investigation as you want to have a look in there.
$13.
13. It's hollow. Yeah, there's a cavity behind it that's dark. There's perhaps a little residue on the grate as well. Not really discernible what it is. It's just this slight kind of greasiness or stickiness to it. It's just a little bit of like white residue around the edges of it.
And the fire one, has that got a soot residue?
So you've been so specific, you don't even need to roll. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
rubbish.
Yes, it does.
Cool. You guys, I think we could set this on fire maybe.
I'm thinking light a fire in that one, blow in the.
Well, I could set it asleep, but it's not a creature.
No.
I think these are traps. I don't think they're apparatus for us to work with.
Sleep,
I
dust,
think-
and fire.
I think it's lit. This is another trap. We're gonna need
I think
to have
we-
two people
I
in
think
two
we
sides
need
of the
to put
room.
Something in each cavity.
But what do we put in? Fire in one and
Fire and.
The metal bar that's protruding down
Harsh
the
words.
centre. How big is this bar? Is it running the full length?
Yeah. So it connects the two,
Yeah.
and it's big. It's huge, big, massive, sturdy iron bar.
What
Probably 10 feet
Yeah.
across.
What I'm thinking is we're going to be on one side of the room. We're going to work the cog. This bar is going to turn into a wall. The trap's going to go off, and if we've chose the wrong side, we're either getting put to sleep, and our friends die, we all die, or we get burnt alive. We have to be on the right side.
Is that how it
This-
works? Is this dividing the two
Yeah.
statues?
It is actually. Yeah.
This bank isn't going to be testing our puzzle skills. There is a sequence that we should know
Yeah.
to quickly
Exactly.
perform, and if we
That's
don't
why I think
know,
we should put
we're
something-
going to be getting punished. Yeah.
Zolan, what did your friend that gave you the key say when he told you to come into this room?
Can't remember.
before you fired him,
I can't remember. Oh no, he didn't know anything.
he knew everything.
It was Bismuth
Yeah,
that
it's
was
a
meant
really
to tell
What
us.
could we possibly put? What could possibly be? If that's just working on the assumption that we put something burning in that one, what could possibly go in the other one that might represent sleep?
Sleepy Reap.
Can I have a close look at the alcove in the sleeping statue?
Sure.
Investigate see if I can figure out what the stuff in there is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sniff. It's cocaine.
Yeah. Again, just give me an
It's the
investigation.
anti-coke.
That's a natural 20.
Very good. Very good. Do you have any proficiencies with anything? Any kits or anything?
Not really, no. I'm not that sort of way-minded.
Fine, you still rolled 20.
I could loan him my alchemist's kit
Yes,
to,
it's right.
to
He's-
work with.
He's rolled a 20.
Yeah.
I'm enlisting the help of
Yeah.
my...
In hindsight, you'd be an excellent person investigator. Yeah. But no, you have a look, Malcolm. It's something. It's something chemical. It looks like it's come from some sort of reaction. It's not your specialty area, but it's something.
Guys, would you like to have a look at this? I've got a really good look at it here, but I don't know what it is.
But as you
Come and look.
As
there.
you explain to Zolan that it's chemical, and using your
Yeah, I got alchemical
your
supplies, yeah.
kit.
He's got the powers of deduction.
Between you, I'm happy that you wouldn't need to roll as well. So
Sweet.
between you, I'm happy that you can detect that this is a certain chemical reaction that you know as you test. You kind of test with it and put your litmus paper or whatever it is you have to. As you test with it, you're fairly confident that this is some kind of residue from like a sleep powder.
Cool, yeah. I might have worked with it in potions, sleep potions. Yeah,
Takes
cool.
you back.
Does, yeah.
And Thorin is gonna look at assume this has come. The residue shows it's come out of this grate.
That's right.
Because
Yeah.
things come out of grates, they don't
Yeah.
go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is your read on this.
Yes.
By any chance, have I still got hold of the parchment, do you think?
Sure. If not, you can go back and get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I haven't, I'll have gone back and got it. I'm just going to quickly look below, see if there's any diagrams, like a picture. You know, people that are really
Yeah, there's-
stupid like us.
there's not.
If you got to read this, follow
Alchemical
these.
symbols,
Yeah.
maybe?
Yeah.
Polycarbon diagram. Yeah, no, there's not.
Are there any symbols like on the two halflings? Men that are on the hat?
Statues.
On the statues, that's right.
They remind you very much of the ones at the front, and they look incredibly similar to the ones at the front, and that mostly look kind of aesthetic. There's no symbols on them. There's no writing on them. You've gleamed. You're pretty confident you've gleamed all there is to glean from them with your investigation.
Could you remind us of the ones out front, or at least?
Sure. Yeah. So at the front, there were halflings holding jewels, dyeing cloth, smelling flowers, drinking mead.
Not No sleeping hats.
Cool.
Anything you were doing, Nollis, while you're in your chamber?
This chamber isn't filling up with anything. Like snakes. No?
There's a few snakes.
There's a few. The average number of
Yeah.
snakes. None of the snakes that I didn't bring with me.
Yeah.
He's looking up at this pipe, and he's a little bit worried that this is going to start filling up with something, possibly snakes. And I think he's going to try and shove stuff in the pipe hole. Particularly...
Whenever you're left alone.
Yeah. He's going to stick something in there.
Okay. What are you sticking in there?
Probably... He doesn't wear socks, so it can't be socks. Probably a shirt, I guess. I'll take his shirt off.
Yeah.
Put a scale on my back.
One for the ladies.
Any excuse.
It's either that or a bedroll. But yeah, he's going to stuff that in the pipe hole.
Sure.
As hard as he can.
Yeah, sure. So it's a relatively narrow one.
While gyrating.
It's just a couple of inches across this pipe. But
It's only a little shirt.
yeah, you're happy.
Tiny little shirt.
You can wedge it in quite happily.
Cool. Okay, I feel happy now.
Meanwhile,
And just investigating the outside, there's no way that I can perhaps prise this open, there's no gap or anything like that.
You're welcome to give me investigation, yeah. Because
Uh,
you've got time to do so while you're in there.
fine.
It's not the dice that I'm worried about. It's the fact that I'm an idiot. 5.
5. Yeah, that's... yeah, you're
Cool.
sealed in a chamber.
Cool, that's
As
it.
much as you've worked out.
He's going to sit down and ponder his situation. While he's doing that, he's basically just going to be resting. So I'm going to kind of meditate.
Sure. Okay. Back into the room.
Do we find any way that we can turn this cog? This cog's huge.
Yeah, great big cogs, probably
Yeah.
probably 10 to 15 feet across in diameter.
It's kind of
Big,
it's like some
big,
kind of
big
mechanical trap that's the size of a room.
Yeah. I think that Nollis has to turn his key one more time, and we've just got to be on the right side of the room in here. It was 1, 2, 1. He's still locked in 1. Potentially he's got to turn the key again back or forward, and yeah.
Or I'd rather be on the sleepy side of the room.
Well, I think we can split up, in all honesty.
He wants to go on the Bernie side.
I'm going to go. Well, but the two statues are sort of to the left and right, aren't they?
Yeah.
The bar is running across
Yeah.
with. So there's, if that comes up or creates a blockage, it's not a Bernie side and a
No,
Sleepy
it's
side.
there's one each side of the thing. That's what Jack said. I
Yeah.
think the Dungeon Master.
And
If
there's
the
a,
statues are here, the pillar's going right between them.
Yeah, so it's like one.
We think it's going to split this room in two.
I thought it was an axle.
It's an axle. Yeah, you've got two cogs on
Yeah.
each side with a statue next to each cog.
No.
So the statues are just to double check what I've written, so I'm not telling you the wrong thing. Sorry, guys. There are two halfling statues stood in an outward-facing circle in the centre of the room. There's one nearer you. There's one further away as you enter. So
I see.
Yeah, kind of
Sorry.
Which
Are they facing the doors?
they are facing outward. Yeah. So basically, they're facing each door.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we haven't looked at the other door yet.
So which
Yeah.
the one that's facing us is the Bernie side one.
The one that's facing the door as you enter
Yeah.
is the burning one. Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, I've still got the key. I've got two keys.
We should take a look at the other door.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you walk across to the other door.
Have a close look at the other door.
Looks pretty similar to the wall that Nollis is staring at in front of him at the moment. The one that you opened
Has
originally.
it got a hourglass window in it?
Doesn't? No, it's metal, just like the door you initially opened.
Does it have a symbol above it, like the 6 at the front? Does it have a number?
There's nothing.
Keyhole?
No. There is a keyhole right in the centre of it, which looks very similar to the one that you put your first key in.
Let's just do it.
Put the key in.
I don't think whoever puts the keys in shouldn't have the extra key, because this is designed for 3 people. You need 3 people to get into the lockbox. So you're not going to want to leave 2 at the door, and the
Okay.
person at the door is probably going to be locked again for the next people, and the third
Okay.
person goes to. So you shouldn't have the key.
So who wants the small number 1 key?
We should just gamble on what side of the room.
Well, I'm gonna. If we're gonna do this, I will unlock this door.
No, because it's on the sleepy side. I'll unlock it.
Okay. Right.
In which
so
case,
I've got the other key. I'll go back to the first door then.
okay,
Right.
So just run me through that again. Briefly.
I will try and open the door.
So you want to try and open the door.
Yeah.
Who's got the other key?
No,
I've
Malcolm.
You've got the
I've
other
got
key.
the small key with the number 1
Okay.
on it.
The little
And
tag.
I'm going back over to the door that we came in.
The first door.
originally.
Okay.
Yes.
And
I'm going to stand to the side slightly.
okay, so
of the
slightly
room.
to the side of where the statue's facing.
Yeah.
They're still in the
I'm
room.
not. I don't want to be directly in line with the statue and the door.
Sure.
Just
And
in
you
case.
guys?
I think I'll match. I'm going to stand on the other side of the room though.
So the opposite side.
Yeah.
Totally opposite side, across near the door where Claro is, but to the side. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're closest to the statue with the nightcap on.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And Thorin here.
I'm going to stand next to Malcolm.
Okay. Fine. And Nollis, you're sat down resting.
Right. Are we going to do these 2 at the same time?
there's
oh
no
no,
key.
sorry, no, my key. Yeah, sorry, my key is.
Claire
there.
takes the key out, puts it in the door, turns it.
Okay. You put it in the door, turn it, all of you hold your breath in anticipation. You turn that door. The moment you do so, a chamber forms around you suddenly in exactly the same appearance as the first one that Nollis was sealed into. It slams around you. The key turns. You hear a click. Just next to where this chamber is now formed, again another convex, a hemispherical chamber with the same hourglass resin. You can see Claro through. That exact same moment, part of the dome that you're within, just exactly next to where Claro's chamber is formed, slides up and opens.
Lovely.
The 3 of you are free within this room.
Mhm.
Claro is now sealed, just as Nollis.
What can we see through the revealed gap?
So many bees.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
This part of the room
Why did
Looks
it have to be
like-
snakes?
looks almost like the inverse of where Claro is. So it's the same side, really, really small, just like a chamber that Nollis is sealed in, just like the chamber Claro is sealed in. Really, really small chamber in front of you that this opens out to. Within it, there are 3 keyholes, which are labelled with apparently 3 numbers.
Yeah, that's good. We have one
And they're
on-
above one another. So there's
Yeah.
a top one, a middle one, and a bottom one.
Oh, cool.
They're all. Each one of them has. They're set in the side of this chamber, this rounded off chamber, and just underneath. So you've got the number, which is like on this porcelain tile, and then just above each one you've got a little keyhole, and they're all on top of one another. So
Yeah. Nice.
you. Aside from that, the room is very, very similar to the other
box one?
chambers.
It's on the tag.
Okay. Key in.
So
Genius.
you can cross-reference the numbers
Genius.
again from the previous,
Yeah.
from the parchment.
Okay.
Who's putting the key in?
Malcolm. You brave? I'll do it.
De
You brave?
The leader.
Okay. Which keyhole is number 1?
Which one's number 1?
Number 1.
That's
The-
number 1.
The top one. The top one?
It was the top one.
They're labelled, right?
The top
Yeah,
one.
top
the top
one.
one is the one in the halfling.
The top
writing.
one.
Right. Key in. Turn it. Squeaky Valentine.
You put the key in.
I'm glad imagine looking at him when he does.
You put the key in to the top lock.
Number 1, yeah?
Number 1.
Great.
Number one.
Good.
As you turn it, as you feel that clockwise movement of your hand, you hear an extremely loud sound.
Oh, we're good.
A deep, deep rumble which is in front of you and behind you. You shift, your whole body shifts to the side. The whole spherical or half spherical room starts to rotate around this big main room. You fall to the side slightly as this room is turning. The whole room is turning to its side. You're feeling this as well.
Oh,
And you realise
Oh, okay.
you're not having this experience, but you are having this experience in your locked shell. The whole room is turning to the side.
Oh, jeepers.
Oh, this is
Flames start bellowing from the first of these statues.
Went well.
You notice a gas start emitting from the second.
That's fine. This is meant to happen.
Let's roll initiative.
Oh. Is it too late for me to go back to Broken Book?
I need one of these.
Yeah, power you through.
Okay, Clary,
7.
Zolan,
22.
Oh,
I'm feeling 22.
I love Tay-Tay.
Novice.
Not afraid to say it.
A non-natural.
Sorry, Thorin, I missed you as well.
Sorry.
5. And Nollis.
Non-natural 5.
5? Oh,
And
right.
Malkin.
no, I've moved it from over there.
Oh, right.
15.
Call it
Okay.
Stand by for reap. Oh, those stats are very could make all the difference. He rolled a 7.
7. Okay.
What about Ghoul Littlebeth?
Takes a turn right after mine. No initiative. Straight after me.
Okay.
Oh, he's reaching for the other books.
Too low.
He's reaching for the other books.
The Monster
Open the
Manual!
scroll.
No!
It says here, rocks fall, everyone dies.
It's fine because we're left with our 3 most powerful members, so this is fine.
There you go.
The room is turning, so you're about. It's like a 30% angle so far. You're just tilting, but it's certainly, the whole thing from this main axle, as you kind of start to identify, is just revolving
Oh,
over.
I've been on this
So-
ride at Butlins.
So basically, the floor is going like that, and we're at the top end.
Oh, sorry.
That's right.
I don't
You're
like
kind of
the
slipping.
bit,
Yeah, you're slipping.
R2D2.
You're slipping towards the far wall, slipping like closer to the lockbox.
You know the scene I'm on about.
Okay.
Claire's just like, why?
Great. So both of our magic users are trapped.
I know magic.
Never fear.
Magic.
Wisdom is still here.
Yeah.
Zolan, you're going to be first to respond.
Cool, what do I see? I'm
You-
I'm gonna hold on to something. I'm not even gonna look. I'm just gonna
You
just
see-
go straight for something to grab on.
So what you see is you still see these boxes in front of you, confused as to why it didn't work.
Yeah.
You see the
Yes, we are.
statue behind you as you kind of turn around, and you see this flame starting to form in the grill. It's starting to emit. It looks like it might emit more, but it's in the process of emitting. And you're tilting. Obviously, Clara is trapped in this box beside
Like
you.
a jet
Up or
of
down?
flame, or just just like smouldering type flame.
At the moment, it's starting to emit heat, kind of like a furnace, like it's blasting out. It looks like it's increasing.
Am I going up or down?
You are falling, so the floor is lowering, so you're falling closer to the far wall.
Okay, yeah.
That's the way it's turning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna scoot to the other side of the sphere to see if I can get out. With the
Okay,
room that we'd come in, if there's any way to get out.
so back.
Look at like that.
How are
The,
you going to do that? It's like this.
I know, but you don't know, do you?
the
And there's
very,
like flame.
the very
Until you
initial
look.
door at the
Yeah.
far end, which is kind of 100 foot across from where you are. So with your movement, you can get to kind of a central position if you use your full dash, which
Yeah.
is like between the two statues. The two statues are facing outwards, those.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So you feel fairly safe there. What
Yeah.
could happen?
The monster book.
This is
What
fine.
could possibly
What could happen?
So
Thank you, Zolan.
many
So you run to the middle and you're
bees.
just starting to kind of slip. You can hold your position in the middle of the room, but it's tilting.
Cool. I'm gonna get little Millie Elizabeth out the bag.
Yes.
She's flying. Nothing to do, but she's just getting ready.
Go ahead. We go round to Nollis.
Where are the snakes?
Yeah, at the moment, but to be honest, you don't have a great awareness of anything that's happening.
That was
here.
my second question.
You can probably hear you could hear this great big noise from the other room.
But nothing's
You
changed.
can also hear 3 voices going, "Oh shit!"
At the moment, nothing seems to have changed.
Ship. That's what you said. Ship. Ship. But nothing's changed. All I've got.
For you, no.
Sitting there still,
Yeah,
resting.
there's no way I can get out of this thing, right? This doesn't seem to be any foreseeable
You
way.
tried the key.
Yeah, then I'm worried things are going to get worse. I was specifically told not to change the key,
Oh, yeah, you
and
were,
Norris is a
weren't you?
loyal man. Yeah, he's going to have to sit and rest.
Okay. Immediately following your turn, you hear a great
Snakes.
rush of noise from above you.
Yeah.
Tricky to make out exactly what it is. You just
So
you hear this big boom
Yeah.
from the other room, and then there's just loud, almost
Hissing.
sort of snake-like. There's this loud noise coming from above you.
Okay.
It's really tricky to make out what the hell it is.
Cool.
Malcolm?
Right, so
Looked. I'm going to be fine.
I'm currently
You're still in that
Expand.
lockbox room.
yeah.
You've got the 3.
Is there anything that I can hold on to so that I don't end up plummeting towards the statue?
At the moment, you're in this sort of chamber, which is just slightly recessed from that main room,
Right,
but
okay.
it too is turning.
Right. Okay. Is the key still in the lock?
Yes.
I'm going to turn the key and take it out.
Okay. There's no more turn to it.
I'll turn it back the other way and take it out.
There's no more. It doesn't
It won't-
turn that
it
way.
won't go, it's stuck.
And you can get the key out,
Take it out.
but the amount you turned it is the amount you turned it, and doing it the other way doesn't seem to revert it.
I'm going to try and put it in one of the other slots.
Oh, that's a risky one.
What else could go wrong?
I'll try and put it into slot
50-50
2
chance now.
There are so
And-
many traps.
Yeah,
and see
that's,
what happens.
Okay.
that is a
So
trap.
as you insert it into slot 2, nothing seems to happen. Nollis, there's a huge rush of sound from above you. There is something trying to get through that pipe. The cloth is kind of just holding a little bit, but maybe when we get to your turn, you'll have maybe a reaction to deal with it. Anything else you want to do, Malcolm? Because you got 6 seconds. It's kind of slowly turning. You can try a few things.
Try the other one.
It's your turn now.
Well, I'll try slot 3.
Okay, so you put the key
In.
down into slot 3.
Yeah.
You turn it
Can
again.
Mage,
Nothing.
Mage
Possibly
hand
get worse.
his hand to stop that.
Nothing seems to happen. Claro, from the pipe above you in your chamber, just the same as in there,
Yeah.
a rush of
I
sound
don't think I'm causing them.
Starts
I
to-
think they would happen anyway.
starts to emerge, and flooding into you, covers your head. It's a great big rush of it, and within kind of a 6-second period, probably gets up to about your ankles. It's a big, steady, furious rush of this inrush of sound. But nothing seems to have happened, Malcolm.
Okay.
We are round to
That wasn't me.
Claro and
I
Reek. You
don't
can do your
think- I
turns in
don't
either
take
order.
responsibility for
Cool.
the imminent death of my 2 friends. Because as far as I'm concerned, nothing happened when I turned.
There you go. Everything's fine.
Can I take the key out of the lock?
Yes.
Cool. So he takes the key out of the lock, touches the glass, and a feeling overcomes him. And without awareness, he turns into essentially ash and appears on the other side of the glass. And
What
misses
a
steps
useful spell!
through the glass.
How about that for a spell? I haven't even checked your spells.
So he misty steps through,
How about that for a level up?
I've got stop cog.
Yeah. Yeah, hang on, let me check.
Breathes in because he didn't even know that was going to happen. Thanks to the darkness. Thanks. And he's going to run for Zolan's position in the middle of the room.
Okay, fine. This room, yeah, certainly tilting. It's obviously it's this kind of this brass as well, so there's nothing really to hold on to in many places. But you get to the centre of the room, and it's tilting to like that 30-degree angle.
Thanks very much.
Okay, well done.
That's me turn.
You can have inspiration for that, just for sheer fortuity of levelling up with that spell at the start of this session and using it. That was
You're
excellent.
very welcome.
And anything Reap wants to do?
He's just going to hunker down in the hood and just be like, woot, 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 woot.
Thorny.
Well, I will make my way to the centre.
Mm-hmm.
Describe again what's happening. What is the fire one doing anything?
The fire one is starting to heat.
It's priming.
Is there any fire in there at all?
Yeah, loads of fire. It's started as just this warm glow, and then after a few seconds, it turned into this great big furnace-like blaze, and it seems to be ever increasing.
You say great big.
Don't blow on it.
Yeah,
Would you describe it as
it's like 5 feet.
a candle, a torch, or a small fire?
It's a large, small fire.
That
Well,
counts.
I'm gonna try
Yeah.
and cast Druidcraft and snuff out
Okay.
this small fire.
Sure. Yeah. So just give me the description on that specifically.
You instantly light or snuff out a candle, torch, or small fire.
I think
It's a
you can,
cantrip.
Okay.
you can delay its priming.
Because it's so early, I'm going to let you give me an Arcana check. This is a powerful small fire.
Come on, dice.
This is my 13.
13. For just a moment, you snuff out the ignition on it.
Yes!
You can still hear a kind of inrush sound, or an out, or the opposite of that.
Sure.
Would I, having grown up in the city, would I be able to identify that there's probably that's gas?
You're too busy manhandling lockboxes.
Let me try 2 again. You're a little bit out of the way from it all, but certainly the heat is obvious. You know, you get this blaze and this. You can feel a slight temperature increase, but yeah, you're fiddling around in front of you, to be honest. Nothing from Reap. No, there wasn't, was there? So at this stage, you notice this gas that's increasing from the nightcap wearing statue. It's creating this visible cloud that you can see on the other side of the room. It's facing away from you at this time, and you guys are kind of in the centre of it, and this cloud is forming. You still hear this gas kind of rushing out from the other one, but there's nothing further. There's no heat coming from it at the moment. You kind of snuffed it. The room is tilting further, and we're kind of up to about a 50-degree angle now, starting to. It's quite severe. You're almost. If you wanted to walk up the room, you probably couldn't at this point. You guys are just starting to lose your footing. This is getting really, really steep, slippery.
So I'm at the bottom of this as I'm looking up.
That's right. Yeah, you are at the low point. Yeah, the gas cloud is forming at the higher point. Nolus.
Yeah.
At this time, because it's the trap's turn, you have a reaction and have just a moment to do something as it feels like something's about to happen from above you.
I teleport out of the room.
That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. Cool, so I can perform an action. Cool. Yeah, it's going to get me anyway. So Nolus is going to cast Bless on himself. That's it. He's just going to shut his eyes and just be like, Celeste, get me out of this.
Okay, fine. So the shirt at this point just gives way, the same experience that Clary's had, this big inrush of sand from above, and it starts just piping furiously above you, over your shoulders, kind of in your mouth, and all down you, and again kind of gets to about ankle height.
I hate sand, it's everywhere.
We are round to Zolan.
So I can't start scrambling back up.
You are slipping. You've probably got... This is your turn to move if you want to move.
right.
Climbers kits.
Yeah, I'm heading actually back up. I've realised that whatever's in lockbox 1, we need it really, and I think if I head this way, we're not going to have another chance of getting it. So I'm going to actually try. I'm going to start heading up, basically.
So down. So
Is it
Malcolm
bottom,
is
is it?
down. Yeah, Malcolm's
is he
at the low
down?
point.
Oh, I'm
Slide.
heading. Yeah,
Just
I'm
gonna
off
slide.
Yeah, I'll slide down. Yeah,
So
I'm a
sit
bum.
on your ass. Yeah, and slide.
I'll catch you at the bottom.
Yeah,
Slide
I'll take my
down.
hat off and use it for less friction.
That's cool.
All the way to the bottom.
Excellent. You slide down
Scream if you want to go faster.
to Malcolm.
That's one for the fan art.
Excellent.
Slide down to Malcolm's location. You go, bashes.
Right, I'll catch him.
Yeah, bashes into you.
Right.
Malcolm's
Three,
fumbling with these various locks.
Bludgeoning
You've
damage.
just seen Claro
Yeah.
disappear and reappear. Mind blowing. Like,
Yeah.
it blows your mind.
It's all going wrong, Malcolm. We need lockbox 1. I'm going to pull out a crowbar out of my pack
Nice.
and be
I'm glad
like,
you said pack.
yeah. We need to work at this box. And at some point, get out of here.
Right, okay.
So you're going to pull out a crowbar
Yeah,
and then
I'm handing this to Malcolm
just
because I'm
pass it to
not.
Malcolm. Okay.
Actually, no. Can I have an action? Can I have an action?
I'm
have a
happy
go?
you slid as a movement.
And then
you've got
can I give it to Malcolm afterwards?
You can,
Oi, oi.
you can't do
That's-
both. You can.
He came in pretty quick.
I'll give it to Malcolm because
So
I
you can
think.
pass the crowbar
Yeah,
to
I think
Malcolm.
he's got a better chance than I do to have a go, and that will actually give you an advantage on a strength check. If that's going to be used for a strength check, you'll get advantage because you're using the crowbar.
Perfect.
Cool. If you decide to go for the lockbox,
Very good. So he's passed
Yeah.
this over to you.
I'm going to use Mini Elizabeth as well.
Gall is
Yeah,
little Beth. Sorry.
Go Littlebeth
Many
to.
named.
Yeah,
Small Elizabeth.
I'm going to start dishing out alchemical sounds. I'll give one to Malcolm. She like spits in your face. Right in your face. It's an alchemical sound, but it's going to give you buoyancy. So it's only going to give you 10 flying speed.
Wow.
But you'll actually have a flying speed, so
Nice.
it's only slow.
Nice.
And that lasts. I don't know how long that lasts. Let me find that out. But you were the first to.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be in your eye.
Superman hover.
Yeah,
Yeah, just.
Yeah, just.
I mean, the last time you've seen Small Little Beth, do,
little small, little small Beth.
He's got yeah. He's
the
got loads
last
of
time you've
names.
seen her do anything like this, it started melting the
Yeah.
thing it did it to. So you genuinely believe
Yeah.
Oh, hang on,
it's
I'm
just
off the ground.
covered your
Ten-
face in acid.
Yeah, 10 minutes. So you got a flying speed of 10 feet for 10 minutes.
Wow!
It's only 10 feet though, but
Your face
Away.
just starts to kind of lift. as
yeah, yeah.
Float by the
Go with
beard.
it.
Float by the beard.
Nollis.
Swim. There's one for you if you come down
I'm
here as
gonna attack the door.
Okay.
And try and smash my way out.
How are you going to attack it?
I'm going to pull out the silver knife and I'm going to try and just smash a little hole in it. Try and etch a hole in it.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you want to do an attack roll? Or am I
Yeah,
gonna
make an
hit?
attack roll, please. Yeah.
Attack roll. So because they lose that. Oh, it's not good. 16.
That's not bad.
16.
Horrible mess.
16 to hit. Yeah, it just doesn't seem to make any impact. This thing is dense.
All right, cool. Then I will patiently wait for death. Cool.
It's a very brave way to go.
Yeah.
Trapped in this room.
Yeah. He's going to look for. Obviously, he's a survivalist. If there's any way to survive this death trap, but he's already did his action, so he's only got movement.
Sure.
Run.
So
Just
you-
run.
It's pretty tight in there.
He's going to do that through the art of interpretive dance
Sure. Okay.
as his movement.
Arms flapping as you go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Nollis. We go to Malcolm.
Okay, I have been handed a crowbar. I shall use it.
Okay.
I will attempt to crowbar open lockbox.
Okay, go ahead. So, yes, please do. It's the one thing I will say is there's no obvious place to stick your crowbar.
Yeah.
So in terms
Done
of
that before.
in terms
Stop me before you know.
in terms of as you might imagine a typical chest or drawer or safe or whatever you think it might be, there's no like gap. You can't see a place to stick it. I mean,
What about
you're
the
welcome to
keyhole?
hit it with it.
What about
But-
the keyhole? Can I jam the end of the crowbar in the keyhole?
Sure.
I will jam the end of the crowbar in the keyhole and
Okay.
attempt to prise the panel off.
Okay. So if you want to give me a strength check
You got advantage.
with advantage, yeah.
That's
Yeah, well,
16.
You got advantage because using the
Yeah.
crowbar.
Yeah, and my strength is +2, so that's 17.
18.
18.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, 18.
18. You give it a pretty good, bit of leverage there. You really put your strength into it. You feel like if this was a box or a safe, you would have done something to it, but they don't seem. You said you want to dislodge a panel. The keyhole that you're working on doesn't seem to be attached to a panel.
That
Maybe,
didn't work.
maybe the prize is somewhere else.
Mm.
Again, a key, but another door. Doors!
That's my action.
Master Toad Secret Door.
So there isn't much else I can do at the moment.
Okay, yeah, you're kind of slid down to this bottom
Yeah.
part of the room.
Have the choice as well.
We'll go to Malcolm.
To have
No, sorry, we'll go to
An
Reaper Cleric.
item called the Wand of
You're
Secrets.
starting to kind of just get
Didn't
the
get
box
that
sliding.
one.
In the top of the sphere, there aren't any hatches or anything right at the top.
Give me a perception roll.
Wave this wand
I
and
can fly up.
find all of the secrets.
Perception or
Perception, yeah.
just perception? 19.
19. You're really, you're pretty sure. Yeah, maybe there's something up there. You have a good scour all the way round. It doesn't seem to be any kind of hatches up there.
So this isn't an intricate way to get up the top. Okay, cool. The door that we came in, is that accessible, or at least is it open still?
The door that you came in. So that whole area is now misaligned
Yeah,
with the hole to the exterior.
yeah,
So whilst the door is open,
yeah,
it's
Unaccessible.
up against another something opaque behind it
yeah.
as it's descending into or ascending into the kind of roof of whatever building you're in.
Yeah. Cool.
So we're kind of rotating and leaving the door behind. It's up in the wall. So I could fly out there and get out.
At the moment, there's no gap through to that first room that Nollis is sealed in.
I don't have a lot of ideas, chaps. So I'm
We'll come
gonna,
around.
I'm gonna slide down to where these guys are.
Okay.
This is on the sleepy side, right?
You so this side's actually the fire side, but the fire is just gassing at the moment. There's no.
There's no flame.
Ready for
So
a-
whatever you do, don't strike a match.
No, in which
Humongous
case,
explosion.
he's just gonna grab onto the halfling statue that's the sleepy one.
Okay, so you're going to kind of run up to it. If you can give me an acrobatics check, because of the steepness we're at now.
12.
12. Probably just about, you're just reaching it. Put your hand out just as this room's getting to that unmanageable angle.
Reaps on the end of his hood and he's going.
Gives that bit of extra help. You're just going to get one arm around
Yeah.
the foot of this sleepy statue as this
Yeah.
gas is being exhaled.
Cool. This is the worst. That's it. That's all I can think to
Okay. We're at Thornin.
Well, I'm going to turn into a giant wolf spider.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just crack down into it.
So you see this, this horrible, disgusting morphing of this body in front of
The
you.
worst noises, the worst sound design on this one.
To be honest, I'm cool with it because I'm like hanging from death. So
Yeah. So you turn into the wolf spider.
Yep, and I'm going to. Can I suss out anyone that looks like they might need something to grip onto?
Well, at the moment you've got Clara who's hanging for dear life on this sleeping statue that's at the higher part of the room.
How big is a giant wolf spider? It's like a medium beast.
Giant. Fills the room.
Yeah, but it's still late. It's still late.
Bracing your legs out like that. you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
actually
I could stop
reach
this
forward.
whole thing.
You're a giant.
Probably not. Yeah.
He's lying to you.
Zolan and Malkin are at the low point of the room, still by these kind of lock boxes.
Okay. I am going to scurry over to the door.
Which one? Sorry.
That's moving up.
The one that's going up.
The one we came in through.
So if you do so, you're going to go right through this cloud.
So, is it magical?
You're not sure as you're approaching it. You can give me an Arcana check if you'd like to try and discern that.
Yes.
Yes, please.
It's a 5.
Strong.
Just don't know.
I'm just going to run through it.
Nice.
Okay. So you're immune. What's your effect?
So magic can't put me to sleep.
Magic can't put you to sleep.
Did you
Okay.
gain anything?
Elves don't sleep.
And you have advantage
Yeah.
on checks that are charmed.
Yes. So as you run through it, you detect this horrible, it's musty. It's incredibly unpleasant. But you're not affected by it.
Nice.
That's good.
Going to keep going
Yeah.
and just wait on this door.
So you've got kind of this open door that's kind of revolving, and you can see then this other material behind it, sort of like an open elevator as you're going down a shaft. It's that kind of experience. As you're
Waiting for
revolving
other gaps in this.
around. Sure. Okay. Thank you, Thorinir. More sand is rushing in for you, Nollis. You can still hear this gas rushing out of this halfling, but you've currently quelled the fuel source. Sorry, the heat source from that at the
I
moment.
don't have resistance to gas poisoning.
And then this other cloud's kind of growing bigger and bigger. It's sort of enveloping this other half of the room,
I'm
and
cool with it.
you're holding on to it, breathing through your top.
Breathing through reap.
Yeah, but these creatures are still. That's just what's happening in that room. Isn't it?
He's got his
Yeah.
wings hooked over your ears like a little furry gas
Breathe
mask.
through my feathers.
In terms of your turns, I'm happy that you don't have to take these exactly in sequence because the only enemies happen after all of your turns. So if you just want to let me know in whatever order you want, we can operate in that way.
I'm going to throw the key up to Thorinir. The key to the door we came in through.
Swing banner.
The key to the door you came. You don't have that key. You've got that.
Like you.
You got that key.
It's
Throw the
now.
key to Thorinir!
I should point out we're probably at like about 70 degrees now. It's really starting to tilt.
Isn't my door? It's already open,
Yes.
so I wouldn't need a key.
Get out.
Yeah, it's already open.
Yeah. At your end, it's already open. Yeah, it's
But
just in the wrong
just
place.
wall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to us it's... Yeah, but it's...
Yeah.
He's,
So you think about it, you search your pockets, and then you think, oh no, I haven't got that. And you're kind of face down. You're almost lying now on these lock boxes.
Well, the lockboxes... Sounds like a really daft question at this point. But are the lockboxes attached to the wall?
Yes.
Right. By what?
So if you look at that area, I'll read you the description again. If you look at that area, you've got 3 keyholes on the back side of that slightly convex wall. There's the top, the middle, and the bottom.
Yeah.
They've each got this small square porcelain tile underneath with the numbers kind of labelled on them, 1, 2, and 3, presumably. That is really all you make out as you're revolving.
No way of prizing it open, no way.
I'm trying to think that this might actually be standard. That's what happens every time you go to the lockbox. And if you don't know it's happening, you get scared. But if you do
One
know,
rotation.
you just
That's what it
wait.
is.
Yeah. You wait, it goes around. The Master Sword. Beat the game.
So you reckon we just sit here and
I'm not.
This is why nobody works here.
Yeah, that's true.
I am not going in there to clean again.
But the holiday's good.
Yeah, it was really good. Free
Uh,
counselling as well. Who knew?
yeah, can I get Minnie Elizabeth? Would like to have a salve of buoyancy as well. At the
Okay.
moment, yeah. So I will
It
start.
spits in your face also.
Yeah, I can catch it.
Okay. Sure, go ahead.
Rub it in, yeah.
No problem.
Don't know what to do though. Can I try my? I'm actually going to head down to lockbox 1 and try my lock picks in it. Just going to try it, yeah.
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 So as
We're
so
calling
on
it
the
long.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Heather. I can't read your second name because it's all shiny and I'm dyslexic.
There's
Apologies.
something.
thank you very much, Heather. We appreciate that.
87.
Thank you.
We're calling it a lockbox, but it is just keyholes in the wall, isn't it?
Fascia?
You've got the 3 keyholes, which look like they should open something. There's just no indication as to what they open.
No hinge. I can't see an exterior, like a little part of a hinge.
You can give me an investigation roll.
Yes, please. 12.
12. There's not a hinge there.
He wants to say but. He wants to say but.
There's not a hinge there, but you think there might be. You can't quite work. There's something not quite right in that area.
Inspiration.
Ooh.
13.
13.
Up by 1!
Yeah. Same.
It's all
same
so
result.
simple now.
Yeah, same result.
Cool, I'm going to work it then. I'm going to go with the lockpicks. Can I have a go then? Going to go in.
Yeah, go for
Which
it.
I'll get advantage with my tool proficiencies. Which one are we going to? What do you want me to add? Just dex or sleight of hand?
You're on the top one. Is that right?
The top what?
You're working
Yeah,
the top
lockbox 1. Yes, yeah. Only 1.
So yeah, what did you roll?
What do you want me to add as my bone? As my,
Your dex.
My dex. 18 then.
18.
Do
So
I say that? I
you
do
try
have
and pick
advantage.
it.
18.
18. Yeah, you try and pick at it.
Yeah.
And work it. You're pretty confident you're doing the right thing. As you do so, the fuel on the other one, the fire statue, light ignites again the second you turn it.
It turned though.
You hear this click. Yeah, you hear this click. You turned it. You
good,
kind of
yeah.
successfully operated it in
yeah,
your
nice.
view, and it clicks, and there's just this great blast of flame as
Your
this
mage
What's
armor.
going on below me?
Yeah.
it's going on below you, and this fire overtakes, kind of envelops all of that side of the room. Where it's facing is just kind of out, with being within there,
Yeah.
this little sort of pseudo compartment. You're just out of range of this fire.
Perfect. This is my new home.
If
Malcolm.
you're outside of that room, you would have got exploded by that fire.
You are now my wife. And we will live here forever and always.
Will be war.
It's quite a dramatic scene in front of you all at the moment.
Did my thing open? Or it just turned?
Just turned.
You just set the trap again.
Yeah.
Anyone else not had a go? Nolus?
This pipe that's spilling sound everywhere, it's external, right? It's not in the roof. Is it a hole or is it an external
So
pipe?
it is. So it's in the roof, and it just slightly protrudes. So we're talking probably just barely a centimetre protrudes from the
No
top
good.
of the room.
That's no good. He's just going to press. So he's still up on the ground, right? It's quite low down. You can reach it.
You can happily reach it. Yeah.
So he's going to get his shield, not the one with the golden hand, his regular shield, push it up against the roof and just hold it.
Okay. So if you want to give me your strength, just a straight strength check.
Bam. Ooh, it's not good. It's a 10.
You got
10.
bless?
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
Not on that, is
Need
it?
guidance, and that'd probably be an action. Otherwise, I'd do it with guidance. But that's a spell. So.
okay. So you trying to hold it up there. The force of it is stronger than your strength at the moment. It's still spilling all around you, but you've stopped it going in your mouth, which is nice. Yeah. We're talking up to about your knee level.
Okay. It's going to take me years to get this out. I'm finding sand everywhere.
Everyone have a turn in that sequence.
I'm just gonna. Little internal monologues here. This ain't real. This ain't real. I'm gonna just try really hard to determine whether this is real or not.
Okay, so give me an insight roll, please.
19.
Ooh, very good.
feels pretty real.
You knew it deep down.
Feels pretty real. Anything else you want to do, Thornir, as a spider on the ceiling of this revolving giant room? Almost like a room-sized trap.
Yeah, no, just
funny that.
just waiting on this door,
Yeah, fine.
keeping an eye out.
We're
One
game.
of them.
That was everyone. Had a go.
Let me know the moment we go past 90 degrees, and then I'll be really concerned.
Okay, so this turn, you're getting to the pretty much vertical position.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, we're at that point where you are now holding on.
Yeah.
With everything you've got from this statue, you guys are just now lying. So the keys, the locks are just on the floor, and you, Thornir, are on the ceiling.
Just there.
Yeah, not as you're battling with
Unsure
the
what's
sound
happening.
in the other room. So another one of these turns. This cloud is filling bigger and bigger, and it's just the whole kind of top of that hemisphere. It seems to be sort of rising. The whole top of that hemisphere is now engulfed in gas. You're within it, but it's not affecting you. It's very close to where you are, and this fire is now spewing out again. So there's this blast of fire which is aimed directly at the chamber that Claro would have been in had he not misty stepped, and you can physically see this metal turning kind of white hot. Yeah, that would have been an oven.
It looks so hot, really.
That was a good escape. But this fire is also
Bloody close call.
It's if you were to escape from this room at the moment, you'd be having to pretty much dodge right through it. It's a big old blast of flame that's aimed at that door.
This flame been constant through these last couple of turns.
Since you turned the key again,
Yeah, it has just been constant.
came back on. Yeah. After that, we're back to another one of these general turns. So take him in whatever order you want.
So I haven't drowned yet.
You're about knee height in
that's fine.
sand at the moment.
I've got ages.
So once you got to vertical, it just stopped.
No, still going.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's going. So it's going. You're going to go. You can sense it's going right round.
That's bad.
We need to get through, Malcolm.
Like a washing machine filled with pain.
Yeah.
I'm out of
This
ideas.
is the turn.
I'm out of ideas.
Can I come down to Claro without being flamed at all?
Yeah, you're on sleepy side.
Yeah, you're on the sleepy side, so you're fine.
Okay, can I come down and I don't know.
Web me in!
I can't say anything, but
Web me in, creepy spider!
He's shuffling his back towards you. Okay.
he's just like pointing like.
Oh, yeah. He'll climb on the back of the spider. Based
Okay.
on that.
Right.
Yeah. based on like the one of many legs being like, get on my back.
Okay, so if you what's the appropriate role here? I think this calls for an animal handling check. If you can just give me that, which is going to reflect your ability to, in effect, ride the spider, how well you are keeping hold of it,
Strength.
holding it with your thighs and trying to grasp onto it.
He has thick thighs.
Yeah,
Okay. What do you want me to roll?
yeah. You can do a strength animal handling roll. Work that one out.
Well,
Yeah. So it's your normal strength proficiency, but if
Yeah.
you've got your animal handling, if you have a bonus to animal handling.
No. It's a 9.
9.
Yeah.
You are very tenuously holding on to
Okay.
this spider.
You're surprisingly hairy!
Oh, by the hairs!
Yeah, and exactly that. Exactly that. So Clara is clinging for dear life on you.
I do think this is much better than the other thing.
Okay, anyone else?
I just want to misty step home.
Yeah, I'll also be clinging on with at least 2.
Okay,
Nice.
I feel like I could sacrifice 2.
on a sight.
We got this.
Yeah, sooner or later it's going to turn all the way around, and we could be in.
You're going to fall into
No,
everything.
we can fly.
We can, but we can't get through the fire.
No, but we can rotate round with
Can't
it.
you like hamster wheel it? Have I just read the situation?
Yeah, and we can rotate round with the flame, so we won't get.
Oh yeah, we're not going to fall. Yeah, we're not going to fall
we
through,
won't fall
providing
into the flame. But
we still need to
gotta try
get
and
to the other side.
Still gotta try and get this thing unlocked or stop this trap.
In
Are
terms
we-
of useful spells, we've pretty much smashed it this week. Nice work, everyone.
Are these rooms polar opposites? The one
No,
that
mate,
we're
I'm
in
not
to the
supposed
door
to.
that we come in?
Yes.
They're polar opposite. Can I start to see if I can break through the wall on the other side? So if it ever got round, I could make an opening that we could get out without leaving. Is there...
Say that again. So you're.
I want to start...
So you're still in the chamber.
I said the chamber, and which if I was stood upright, and the way we walked in, I want to break that wall. I want to start trying to break that wall.
Break the wall.
Make an opening.
At the far end, the door you initially came through.
Yeah.
So that door is open. Yeah.
But when we come all the way around, that is obviously to a tunnel. I
Yeah.
want to create a hole in this side, so when we make it that way. Yee!
So you
I've
don't have to
got
wait
you.
for
You're
the
with me?
entire-
Right, I've got
Exactly,
you.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
otherwise we've got to traverse this flaming, sleeping
Yeah.
monster.
Okay,
until,
sure.
Yes, eventually.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Yeah. So if you'd like to make,
I'm
what,
just-
are you attacking it with your axe or what are you
I'm
doing?
just going to start kicking the hell out of it. No, yeah, I don't know.
Use something more solid than your feet.
Yeah.
If you've got an axe,
Yeah.
use the axe.
I'll probably go with the crowbar actually.
Have a crowbar.
Yeah, I'll probably take the crowbar and just start digging at it.
Okay.
Digging,
So if you want to
smashing.
give me a strength check with advantage, I guess, or you can make an attack roll and use it as an improvised weapon. Either way.
What DM would be more useful? What would be a better
There's no
way?
obvious, like I said previously, there's nothing obvious to crowbar.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'm going to try and attack this brick and kill it. I'm going to purposefully try to dig at it, so I'll go for strength.
Okay, go for it.
With advantage, not too bad. That was 18.
18.
Yeah.
So you start to kind of make a dent in the side of this. It's thick old metal,
That's
though.
fine,
This
yeah.
is
It's metal,
serious.
is it?
Yeah, this is serious. Also, everything around you is like this.
Okay.
This burnished brass.
Brick for
and,
some reason.
Yeah, various. This is big, thick metal you're working with. You start to make some dents into it.
Cool.
Already, be wary that this is thick stuff.
It's not going to work.
Ah, I've got nothing else to do. I will carry on
Sure.
for the meantime.
Okay, anyone else?
Yeah, I think Nolus is going to cast. So he's still holding the shield up in kind of desperation to try and get out of this thing. He's going to basically just start screaming, and as that happens, he's going to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a weird one because basically each creature within a 15-foot cube originating, you must make a Constitution saving throw. But he's basically just blasting out Thunder Wave. So basically anything that failed would take thunder damage and would be pushed 10 feet away from me. So he's just trying to push everything outwards, trying to blow the door, pop the thing open. Basically. Yeah. Any unsecured objects that completely in your effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away. The smell and the other thing, which would be good, the spell emits a thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet.
Okay. So
So
there's a great
you
big
guys will
sound
have
that
heard this
all of you
before,
guys
so-
hear, which you recognise. It's an unrecognisable sound that you've only heard a few times in your lives.
Just
And-
above the sound of flame.
Yeah. Does it emit damage?
Yes.
Oh.
2d8 thunder damage.
Go ahead.
Cool.
In this small confined space that you find yourselves in,
Fine.
you are never going to be able to hear anybody speak to you.
He's
Mm.
going to be deaf for the rest of the campaign. I'll quite happily play Nolus deaf for the rest of the campaign. That's 5 thunder damage.
So this
And I believe I've already used my ability to do maximum damage.
this great
Oh
big
Lord, so many bugs.
this great big boom permeates through the building, and you kind of feel these reverberations. It doesn't stop your.
Does the pressure wave not blow the flame out?
Doesn't do anything.
You can see it take. You can see a couple of cracks form in this big, thick,
Again,
resin.
do the boomy thing again!
Anybody else?
Holding on
For
for
the
dear
next 10
life.
years, all you're going to hear is...
Okay, so everyone. Malcolm, did you want to do anything?
Punch the wall, Malcolm! You might as well try! Punch it!
I'm going to... No, I don't know what I can do.
You're lying on the floor at the
I'm
moment,
lying on
kind
the
of
floor.
on these.
I'm going to float up 10 feet into the air.
Okay, as you do so, you're approaching a searing hot heat flame.
I'm going to go all the way up,
Okay, so you're just to the point where it's just bearable heat.
just so that I'm not, as the room goes round, I'm not going to get sort of dragged towards the flame. I'm just floating up so that I can maintain my distance from the hurty-hitty.
Sure, yeah. So you do so, and it's incredibly hot,
Yes,
and it's
I'm now
blasting at
moving-
you,
I'm now moving with the room and
and trying to maintain your position in the
maintaining
room.
my
Yeah,
distance from the flame.
that's fine.
I can't think of anything else I can do at the moment. I'm stumped.
Okay. That's everyone that wants to have a turn this turn.
I believe so.
Bring on the traps.
Bring on the traps.
The room now rotates past this 90-degree angle to the point where, Clara, you're starting to hang off of Thorin's spines on his back. The sand starts to fill. It just suddenly stops. It starts to fill further up to your waist level now, as it's filling that room. You're trying to maintain your position, hammering at the wall. You notice as the room goes past this 90-degree angle that the porcelain tile beneath the keyhole, as gravity takes it, it slides up and covers all three of the porcelain tiles slide up, covering their respective keyholes on a sort of track, and there's another keyhole underneath each one.
Oh, mate, was I right? That this is standard. Then you put ding.
Just slide the porcelain thing and then...
Yeah, you just slide it up.
Should have gone to the induction.
Malcolm, where did you throw the key?
I've still got the key. I didn't throw it.
Fucking God for that.
Right, I'm going to put the key into the new number one keyhole.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do so.
Yeah.
You turn the key.
Yeah.
As you do so, there is a little click,
A happy click?
and
Is it a happy click? It's a bit of happy click.
You're a.
Music off.
Oh, I thought that end the show. That's all for this week.
there's a little click. The room returns. The flames stop. The gas cloud stops. The room, same kind of pace, starts to rotate back to its previous position. You're holding on to Spider Thorin for dear life.
The rest of the sand gets dumped into your room.
Fell swoop.
Oh, it stopped!
From within your room, Nollis, suddenly a vacuum-like experience occurs. The shield is sucked onto this hole as you're holding it. You think, oh, that's useful. It's sucked onto it. No more sand is emitting from it. You've got this like Hoover-like property.
You've got a good hold on the shield because the floor drops away, all the sand disappears.
The lockbox opens. It's a tiny, just where you turn the key, the smallest little drawer slides out. Absolutely, tiny, half a foot little drawer just opens up.
Elizabeth's finger.
As you peer inside, you guys are all kind of stabilising, relieved that all this stuff's starting to drop
Just
off
crying
a little
into
bit.
I bet it's a terry chocolate orange as well.
Oh,
It's a little round, multifaceted crystal about 3 inches across.
Is this from Crystal Maze?
Yeah. Inside, there are 4 things.
Could be a bazooka and ammunition.
There are. What languages can you read?
Every.
Elvish and common.
Written in Elvish, there are 6 small pieces of paper. They look like little tickets or passes. And as you read them, you realise they are one-way permits. It says grants access to 1 in Elvish. One-way permits to the Elven Gate.
Valuable.
You also realise that there are 6 smaller, a little bit more like stubs, like you might find in an arcade or something. Little again, ticket-like things. You realise you have 6 tickets. This is written in common. 6 tickets to Shadecap Tower.
Is that like Alton Towers?
You don't know. You also, in there, find 30 platinum pieces.
Now, Malcolm, they'll be straight in the pocket. Zip!
There was nothing else in there.
Yeah, there was.
There
was nothing.
The last thing you find in there. Let's get rid of this one a sec. The last thing that you find in there
It's the Death Star plans.
I need to know what happened to the plans they sent you.
I got it. Is a
Hello.
gold locket engraved with a dahlia, the description of which you have in front of you.
That was a bad all.
I hope he's a guru. This is meant to help us defeat Void in Cragmar Castle. Cragmar Castle? Where are we? Where are we at the moment?
We end up in Fandom.
Dathgar Crag, that's it. Yeah, we're not in Cragmar Castle.
Okay. You so mad.
God.
You're welcome to read it or not.
If our previous characters just had a dream,
I'll
this was that dream.
I'll read it out when we were all back together.
Of course, yeah. Nollis, after a few moments have passed, the suction suddenly subsides. The shield drops back down on top of you.
Nice.
The doors open up. All of the sand, which was presumably meant to have been sucked up, has just spilt out into that main room. You've, for some reason, survived. You're not entirely sure why.
I'm invincible.
And that is where we will leave today's episode. Well survived, one and all.
Oh, jeepers.
Too much brain activity before bed.
Six Elven Gate passes and 6 tickets to.
Shade Cap
Shade
Tower.
Cap.
How did they know there were going to be 6 of us?
There's 5 of us.
And 30
Super
platinum
Magic.
pieces, I heard.
Yeah.
Super Magic's dead.
My spider sense picked it up.
What?
I can sense 30 platinum
You
pieces.
didn't know what currencies are.
Thank you.
You got-
Spider
Yeah.
spider
Foreigner knows everything about
Thank you for that
finances.
somewhat tense and interesting. Slightly bit of adventuring.
Thank you very much to all of you guys once again.
No, thank you, Jan.
No, thank you.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Thank you to everyone that joined us this evening,
Yeah, thank you
and
very
to everyone that
much.
watches us on YouTube or follows us on Twitter or Twitch or wherever you watch us,
Thank you so much for watching.
and to Geek Dad. And
That
until,
person at the window, if you could stop.
That is creepy.
Yeah.
Oh God!
until next time, we have been. Dark.